Sounds fun. Alright, guys. You ready? Okay. Just because, just because, uh, I am going to just read that handout one more time so we're all on the same page. Also, because the one person that's watching might want to know, they'll be like, what happened? So, give me 1 minute to monologue here, and then we'll get right into it. Alright? So, be prepared, Makoso, you are on deck. Alright. And all around is the desert, a corner of the mournful kingdom of sand. Cries of intruders and issued orders echo through the tunnels as Edmund leads his fellow adventurers down a side passage and desperately tries to outmaneuver the Black Talons. Following the subtle marks of scorched earth into stone and pushing past a series of doors that have been hurriedly blown open, the adventurers rush towards a flickering light that dances across the far tunnel wall. The chaos of shouts and howls begins to enclose around them as they burst into a dimly lit cavernous space, the shadows of which extend beyond their field of vision and fade into a sea of midnight. Food stores, fine textiles, and other pilfered goods line the walls of the cavern, and in the center stands a mountain of crates, chests, sacks, and barrels. They are overcome with the scent of overripened fruits and exotic spices, which have commingled with the natural smell of rock and copper on the air to form something not altogether unpleasant. From behind the lantern, sitting atop a large desk, an armored figure looks to them in surprise before lunging towards a shield hanging on the wall. A deep voice bursts forth from the figure, and a single command cuts through the orchestra of confusion. Soliana, to me! And as the command carries through the black, Kirian the Talon Gahiji draws a menacing curved blade from the jeweled scabbard resting at his side. Unbeknownst to the party, the sands of fate had already begun to shift and trickle through the fingers of higher powers. Crack. I actually wanted to get like some like whoopsh, but whatever, I ran out of time. Hold on. Like locusts, they are upon them, and the adventurers fight to survive. So too does the black talon slowly close over its prey. Sensing this, Edmund sets fire to several caches of the Talon's goods and, in a last desperate attempt at survival, ships himself into a large beast. Felix grasps onto fistfuls of the beast. You can tell like it's hard because my monitor is really far away. Anyway, Felix grasps onto fistfuls of the beast's fur, looking back and locking eyes with Makoso for a brief moment before being whisked away. The two share a knowing glance and a solemn nod before looking away, and the silhouette of a beast dives into blackness. Two talons rush the stranded pair as Harold hurriedly scales a pile of supplies and gestures towards Makoso. He turns back to see the two quickly cut down by his remaining companion, and throws an arm towards him. As the two lift themselves to their feet, there is a pained grunt, and Makoso looks in horror to see Harold cut down by Kirian. Go, whispers Harold, with a hand outstretched, and with just a moment of hesitation, Makoso turns to flee. Three twangs echo through the cavern as a white-hot pain scorches his back, and several steps into the darkened tunnel, Makoso collapses into the black. I can see the clicking around that's going on, by the way. I can see all that in real time. So, whoever's in the document. I will send your prince a message, calls a approaching voice. He will know what it is like to live without, and see the error of his greed. The echoes of battle fall behind them as the now two adventurers dash through a series of tunnels and out into the night sands. Untying their hidden steeds and packing supplies from behind a cluster of cacti, Edmund and Felix quickly roll up their bedrolls and begin to make haste homeward to Maud. Pushing their beasts to the limit, the pair stumble into a deadly pit of quicksand and are almost swallowed whole. Fuck! Coughs Felix, still trembling from the close encounter. I imagine that's what Felix would do, but anyway. And his face goes pale as he watches the last wheel well descend into the hungry sands. Now without water or rations, any chances of escaping these sands alive have run through their fingers. Pushing on through the night and into the early dawn, the pair huddle together for warmth and await the coming scorch of the sun. As true light breaks out over the horizon of the flatlands, and the sun begins its fresh crest over the waking world, a series of shots is fired from an unknown assailant. Edmund doubles over before falling from the mount and spilling his life fluids to a land of unquenchable thirst. Felix dismounts in a desperate attempt to shake Edmund awake, but as arrows continue to fly just overhead, he is forced to grab his only chance of survival and flee with his life. He looks back longingly as a figure stands over the crumpled body of his friends, draws back an arrow, and executes Edmund. Cradled gently in the grips of his bloodied corpse, a smooth stone rests comfortably in his palm. Having lost his guide, supplies, and his way, the smallest of the band wanders aimlessly through the desert sea. As starvation and dehydration begin to take their toll, the sands themselves beckon him. "Felix, come, rest," they whisper, and on the third day of his journey, Felix collapses. This wasn't supposed to happen. The thoughts of grandeur, what could have been, what should have been, race through his mind, and a mixture of anguish and guilt rise up to meet the fire under his flesh. Weak and unable to move, he utters a phrase, and a single tear is swallowed by the sand. Moments later, his eyes snap open to reveal a quaint hearth, a clay bowl of porridge, and a dirty hovel. A sigh of relief, a mouthful of water, between fits of seizing, and Felix falls back into his bedding of straw, for now he was safe, but the journey to Maud will require rest and supplies. There stands a boy amidst a blinding backdrop, dark-skinned with pointed ears and a wide smile across his face. He is playing with friends whose faces seem to have been misplaced through the years. Moments of triumph, failure, laughter, and tears fill the mind as the boy ages rapidly through a series of memories. As the flashing of images ceases, he gently pets something resting between his fingers before turning to you and smiling. He places a worn stone in your palm, no longer than 2 chins wide, then closes your fingers over it. As you feel the silky edges of the stone and trace a familiar white ripple that runs through its center, a warmth runs through your body. A tear runs down the boy's face as he smiles widely enough to bare all of his teeth, and the vision fades away. Edmund awakes a husk of his own flesh, the shaft of an arrow embedded in the freezing sands not 2 inches from his face. He shivers as he grips tightly 2 pieces of broken stone, unable to speak through the cracked flesh of his mouth, but very much alive. "I have dealt fatal blows to two that fled, father," calls out a familiar voice. The blood oozing down his back begins to clot in patches as he strenuously looks up to see the woman he had set free not 3 days prior. She hangs her head before tightly clutching onto the talon of Al-Jafaf. "I'm sorry I was not here to aid you, but they caught us by surprise, and I narrowly escaped. They spared my life," she says as she takes a step back and looks towards you. "Mana, thank the gods," Kirian whispers, and holds the embrace for several moments. The attention shifts as another crack rings through the halls of the cavern, and the white-hot pain scorches your back once more. Kirian raises his hand, and the leather straps fall silent at his command. He looks from the woman to you, raises your chin until the swollen remnants of your eyes meet his. "Then I will be gracious, and end this quickly." He leaves the room, and you sink into darkness. "5 days later, the beaten figure of man, branded with a talon, is found outside the gates of Maud. Naked but for a single dagger still clutched firmly in his right hand. The chest rises and descends sharply as he gasps for a struggled breath, and he is swiftly dragged to the courts of Maud. News of the man spread quickly through the dockside of the city, until at last it finds rest in the ears of those destined. The gust that had once scattered these grains of sand to the wind has shifted its course. As they plummet towards ground, they drift towards each other. And that is where we are now. So, crap, I spilled some water. Anyway, I forgot I filled it like to the brim. So I'm like, I'll just take a quick sip and fucking spill it all over myself. So, This is 5 days later. Okay? Felix. So, long story short, what happened with you is, as the handout says, you ran out of supplies on your way back to Mod. You were kind of lost as it was in a hurry. You collapsed and you were brought back to a nearby village where you were kind of nursed back to health. You had exhaustion, you're dehydrated, so it took a few days there, and then you had to actually make it to Mod. So you're pretty fresh into Mod. Edmund, you're kind of in the same boat. It was, you only found this out later. You had been laying on the sand for about 2 days before waking up, before stabilizing. Makoso. And I will, before I get back to you, sorry. Felix, so you're staying with Jane. And Rick, or Edmund, you're staying with Kurthalon. Since you pretty much packed up your shop and he was like the only person you could go to. So that's where you two are. However, Arthur, how I know. That's exactly what I said in the Discord. Uh, New guy. However it is you fit into the story. We will kind of circle back to you in a second. And Mokoso. So you are unconscious when you are dragged. You kind of mustered up enough will to walk your way through the desert to Mod without supplies, just your willpower to guide you. So you were dragged to the courts and are at this. You're not sure. You're not conscious, and at this point, you are still unconscious. You're kind of being like nursed back. What I do want you to do, however, is you underwent some pretty strenuous torture. So I'm going to give you two options. I will let you either roll a lower DC with disadvantage or a higher DC once. And I will allow you to use your inspiration. I will tell you once you decide the option. Higher DC, roll once, or roll with disadvantage, but it'll be a lower DC. How much lower? I'm not going to tell you. Okay. You'll also have you roll 3. And then you can, because you can use the, well, disadvantage is the lower one. Yeah, so you'd still roll 2, and then whatever the lowest one is, you'll roll a third one. So what it's going to be is, and I've kind of debated. I'll let you guys vote on it. See what you think. I'm thinking either a charisma saving throw, which you're good at, or a wisdom saving throw. Essentially, what this is to see if he is actually frightened of Kyrian, having undergone very strenuous torture from Kyrian. Very, very loving torture. Because a charisma is like what you would use for like intimidation, but it's like more than just like a grr, I'm scary, I'm intimidated. It's like a, you know what I mean? I don't think that's something to take into consideration. I think that's more metagaming. I'm thinking of what do you think? I've thought both. My gut feel was wisdom, but I will let you guys vote on it. My gut feel was wisdom, but I will let you guys vote on it. He is legitimately frightened, like like of Kyrian. Right. What it's going to do, it is going to you when you are in line of sight of Kyrian, if you fail, you will literally have the frightened modifier. Unless you have a way to overcome it somehow. This is something, yes, that is permanent. Or at the very least yes. Or at yeah. That's why I'm hesitant to say permanent, but yes, so we'll say at least semi permanent. If you fail. So yep, so there are five of us. So I'm going to say one, two, three. Either type CHA for charisma or WIS for wisdom, and then we'll all hit enter when I say three. In roll 20. So when I say three, we'll all hit enter. Okay? So everybody good? Everybody typed? All right, one, two, three. Okay. Wisdom. So roll with disadvantage. So it's an 8. Now roll your inspiration. Okay. So you pass. Because the 18, right? Because it always rolls advantage, but okay, so you're good. Okay. So all the all the mechanics out of the way, and just so you know, I'm just gonna straight up put you at like you have like 4 levels of exhaustion right now. Makoso. Uh I'd say Edmund, just because you've had a day to rest, you're probably at like 3. And Felix, you've had actually more rest. You've had a little bit easier, so you're at like 2. And new guy, you're at 0 because you didn't have to do all the poop stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stuff I like to bitch about too. It's all right. I have a feeling we're not going to battle this session, and if we do, then you'll be nameless token guy because I got lots of stuff to do. So now we shall begin. So I'm going to say this is kind of like simultaneous in the coincidence of telling a story. Um, Felix and um, Edmund, you're both awoken by your respective friends shake you awake to let you know that of these strange rumors um, circling through the city. Um, neither one, I will say at this point, neither one of you knows that the other is alive at this point. Um, because as far as Felix knows, right, you were executed. So, but you were both told of the man that was dragged in the city, and we'll just say that they both saw the person that was getting dragged. They happened to be out and about at that point, and they heard rumors of. They tell you about the tattoo. Makosa, do you have any other distinguishing marks that they would be able to tell that it's you? Yeah. Do you have any other? Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll say just because I didn't know if you'd have anything else. We'll say they had seen you anyway, so they'll say they couldn't tell, but it looked like it was your friend. So you both have been notified at this point that he was last seen being dragged towards the palace. Yeah. Okay. And she kind of lifts you to your feet and do you need me to go with you? All right. Um, yep. I gotcha. And she's kind of like it's like she's picking up a baby. You are, man, baby. You're a little bit like heavy, so you're like, ugh. She's kind of like, and she like knocks over a pile of books. Damn it! And she kind of like makes her way, and hopefully doesn't have to carry you the whole time. Yeah, you're fine to walk. She's just like more overly protective and like scoops you up, kind of unsure. Yeah. I will say as well. So, did you mark down that you don't have anything on you, Makoso? That means nothing. Like absolutely zero except for a dagger. You don't have money. I still see money here. You don't have money? Oh yeah, dude. They're not gonna leave you with all that money. Oh yeah, your money. Yeah, you are literally yeah, not even a loincloth. So anyway, okay. And just because the other people, Felix, Edmund, whoever it was, if any of you was control of your cart, make sure you remember that your cart went down. So a lot of that stuff, if you had any notes of stuff that you knew would have been in the cart, that got swallowed up. Your camel made it back. It got recovered. Well, you don't know yet, but Felix has it. It did get recovered. Felix, nobody stole your shit, but if you felt like being generous to like be like, hey, you saved my life, you may. However it is you do that, blah blah blah. That's off screen if you wanted to. Okay, but anyway, yes, you guys were notified. Yep. I don't know. Do you? You're not sure. It was in a sack of gold. He didn't explicitly say I'm giving you a ring and no, he was it was in a sack of gold. On the top of the sack was this copper signet ring. So you're not sure if you could use it. Um, you're free to try. Okay. So, Carthalon. Okay. So it's pretty rough. I mean, I think at that level of exhaustion, like you're moving half speed, so you're kind of like you're still pretty beaten up, and yeah. So you make your way. You are, of course, like as you approach, you are stopped. What is your business? Why are you here? You would know because you lived here. So it is Vizier Darwini Abdallah. Well, yeah, Vizier Darwini Abdallah. And like kind of mid sentence, he's like, "I'm sorry, we can." I see. One moment. And he like runs in to like notify another guard, and then he comes back out, and escorts you. So like kind of as he gets here, Felix, you see, not far up the way, you see Edmund talking to a guard. The guard kind of like runs off, and then kind of when you're, maybe 80 or 90 feet away from Edmund, he comes back, and Edmund begins taking a few steps forward, going with this guard. Yeah, it's kind of like an like exhausted kind of like shuffle that breaks into like a run as you gain momentum. Yeah, no, it's not a perception check or anything. It's he calls out and you're like, huh? And yeah, yeah. You so as you smile, you see just Jane in the background, the book woman. She just like waves at you and watches as you guys do whatever you're doing. Yes, right this way. And you are led as the doors close behind you, and you're on these like very nice floors. Take in the same direction as you are when you met the vizier the first time. Um, you are stationed kind of outside of that room. It's kind of like a little waiting bench, kind of outside of that. The room where you talk to him, and you wait for maybe like 5 or 10 minutes or so before you are kind of called in. And you go in. You see um, the familiar figure, the vizier. and he's like just very regal. He's just adorned in all these lavish like jewels and clothing and whatnot. You may come in. For two who fled from the city not but what a week ago, you seem to be in fine health. He kind of says it, with a little bit like he points his chin up, and so you bring me more news, I hope, of the swamps, eh? Speak. If I recall, he was a friend of yours, no? And at that, he looks. It seems you have been through quite a bit. I've misjudged you. And at that, he kind of gives like a clap, like a, and a couple servants come in and get these two a chair, some tea, whatever you have for snacks. Do it now. And they scuttle off. So take a moment, collect yourself, and then we will talk. And a few moments later, you see these two guards coming in, like carrying the some chairs, and then behind them the two serving maids that like have like this just trays. They have like a little, what look to be like some fruits and a couple of um, like jugs of tea and like stuff like that, refreshments. And they come and like just very head low, like putting the stuff into your hands and kind of waiting on you. One of them just stays right there with the tray. So let us start at the beginning. I, if I had not known you were telling me the truth, I would have perhaps thought a bit differently at you fleeing the city. But let us start there. You close your shop, which you told me you would be at. The Talon, yes, I know of him. But continue. No, it wasn't necessarily. It was like a range, a mountainous kind of like arid sort of like mesa style kind of like. I'm trying to think what you'd call them, but um, in like South America and in different places they have like a shitload of holes essentially where they've made like villages and stuff like in the side of a sheer cliff, kind of like that. It's just like this network of holes. Yes. So so that's how you explain it. Takes a moment to kind of like, he's just pondering and and do you have anything to add? And kind of gestures to Felix. Very well. If he was sent by Kyrian, I'm sure he has something to say. He's being taken care of as we speak. He is not in the best condition. When he awakes, I will question him, and if what you say is true, I shall let him go. Kind of at that, his expression shifts, and he's, are you sure? There's no mistaking. Yeah, you're fairly like this is definitely, at least like you didn't have enough time in the base to be like oh and open every crate and make sure, but like the weapons that the bandits that were outside of the base had that you were running into were they were yes an exact match. Then there must be larger forces at play here. Okay, that is good information. That is good information. How long have you been in mod? Yeah, yeah, perhaps like a day and a half or so. But yeah, you let him know, and I see. Well, we will dis- we will take care of Kyrian, but first we must venture into the swamps. I sent some scouts to make sure. I sent 10 scouts. One came back, and and, and he confirmed your story. They've not spread beyond the swamp, but um, well, let us just say things could have been much worse if you hadn't warned me. The problem problem, if you haven't noticed yet. All the supplies coming from up the river, they are all being cut off. It is very kind of you. Very honorable. It will do you well. The prince will remember this. And he gives you a bow. Yeah. He he comes closer to you and he asks for your hand. Yes. He takes the copper signet from you and puts it into his coat pocket. He takes out from another hand a silver signet ring and puts it on your finger. And one that it's kind of a thumb ring, if maybe even a little loose on your thumb, but gives you one as well, Felix. You have done me a great service by bringing me this information. Things could have been a lot worse, but whatever your motivation, be it altruism, and he kind of says it like he rolls his eyes, or, you know, enlightened self-interests, then either way, the prince thanks you, and so do I. So, of course, of course, allow me to treat you a feast. You may stay here in the lower levels until your friend awakes. I will question him, make sure everything you have said is true, and if it checks out, you are free to go. Does that sound fair? I would very much like that. Of course. Guards, let us escort our guests. And not a bunch of guards, just like one on each side. Kind of comes up and kind of like help you hobble along because you're not that well off. And he kind of claps, and the two other serving girls kind of come out and they begin picking up the trays and dishes. And he kind of leads you down. You can see there's like just rows of like this really beautiful artwork. There's like very fine tapestries, things like that. And he leads you into like down a couple of halls and into like a banquet room. You may order whatever you wish. I'm going to check on your friend. And you guys are left alone for it about like 20 to 25 minutes. So whatever you would do, essentially whatever you want to order, um, is yours. Like you have been given like free reign of food. So they're just bringing out like fresh fruits and vegetables and just like dried meats and like anything of the highest quality that they have. And if you request like a specific dish, they say that they'll get the cooks to begin making it. Wine, whatever you want. Absolutely. That's okay. Ag- no. Uh, I don't know about. I don't even know if Greater Restoration does, but it would make sense. But I'd have to check. Actually, I'm not even gonna check. This is starting now. This session, Makoso is the rules guy. If you have any questions, it's his call. You don't have to read it word for word. Okay. Yep. Right. Okay. No problem. Yeah. Only a measly. All right. So, yeah. So it's about 25 minutes. Um, so he comes back. He's, I'll just say it. Your friend, he is not awoken yet. I think he may awake soon. Would you care to spend the night, spend the day? If not, you are free to leave and come back whenever you wish. I can send for you when your friend wakes up. That would be so. We'd be very pleased to have you. Thank you very. And he kind of bows and, okay, I will send for you when he wakes. And he kind of like leaves with a nod and as he goes down the hall. So, fast forward. It takes 2 days for Makoso to wake up. So, so, but without obviously role playing 2 days, like you're free. You have like free like the most lavish stay. You're free to come and go, whatever you would like to do, in those 2 days. So if you need to like go and like this is your chance if you need to purchase anything, if you need to do anything of that nature. If it's something that requires like RP, cool. If not, you can just like be like, oh, this is the cost of that, and purchase it, add it to your stuff. Yes, there is a library, and you are allowed to go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a good idea. Okay, so you're researching for those 2 days. What about you, Felix? What are you doing? Yeah, he's in the lower levels of the palace, their library. Okay. Go ahead and make for you because it's a little more specialized than like animals. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Okay. So you through your research, most of the magical things are done kind of at the Arcanum. You know that sometimes you can find some magic stuff, but it's very heavily like they don't like a lot of the knowledge getting out. Not that it doesn't escape, of course, this is also the Prince. So, that being said, you do manage to research, I'll say, one level one spell of your choice. Um, but it requires, I'm just going to say, half of, because you're researching whatever, half of the components, because the prince is willing to, you know or yeah, they're flipping the bill for your stay. um but perhaps like you might need to have some stuff like your own personal blah 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 that's specialized that they don't have. So I'm just gonna say it's half of the cost that it would normally take to scribe it into your book. But yes, yep. So you guys are you're also escorted. You're not allowed to be alone in the library in case that matters, but nobody's like, they're not breathing down your neck. They're more kind of like either reading their own book or they're just like guards that are like standing by the doors and making sure you're not doing anything shifty. Okay. Yeah, you could even send a message via, like, you could send one of the pages a message. Un Unfortunately, given that it is the palace full of guards, and that in which they do not want weapons, um, yeah, yeah, you are, again. We're gonna do a time skip. And we're gonna come back to you, but you personally are not allowed in the palace at this point in time. Yeah, you are not one of the trusted circle yet. I'm sorry. That's one of the drawbacks of, yeah. Sorry, buddy. But you are notified. They can send a message, a page like back to you and being like, hey, I'm staying here until blah 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 blah. Wait here, do this, do that. So he can keep in contact with you through that. Yeah. So if you have anything that you're thinking of that you're like, I'd really like to get like these sort of supplies or this and that, whatever, then do it, buddy. It's all you. Right. Yeah. No, he did. I wrote. Hold on. I'm pretty sure you told him because hold on, I wrote down everything that you told him. Um, okay, yeah, you guys told him because he cast Zone of Truth on you to see if you guys lied, and then you guys had to spill all the beans, or he would know that you lied. So yes, so he does know. The sands are shifting. All right. So, anything else that you guys are doing in the 2 days, or you guys should be all set, right? Yep. Okay. So, you sleep. So it's been 2 days, so everybody can take um, two exhaustion points off. Makoso, you wake up, and it's just kind of like in this. Actually, they would have moved you. No, they probably wouldn't because they want to question you first. So you're kind of in the dungeons right now. So there's like a like coming from the ceiling. You're kind of like in this kind of dark cell. You've been given some extra bedding and whatnot, but you kind of awaken and you're like a little cold and clammy down here. You've pretty much been, they threw like a blanket over you and they put like a pair of trousers on you, but that's the extent of it. You do not have your dagger on you because weapons and prisoners generally don't mix. They generally don't, you know. Yeah. You kind of like every inch that you move kind of reopens the dried, cracked flesh. It's kind of like being chapped across your whole body. Chapped and sunburned. Yeah, it is like terrible. Like it's like these. Oh yeah, it's just it sucks. I can't even find the words to articulate how much that sucks. Just me saying it, you know that blows. Yeah. As you kind of shift and begin like making noises, you see two heads kind of looking. They're armed. They, from you, they appear to be guards. Fairly obvious. They both look to each other. Will you tell her? No, I will go. I will go and tell him. And you see like this one, ching, 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 ching. He begins running off down the hall. Prisoner, the Vizier, Abdallah, he will be down shortly. And he kind of like shifts back to turn, you know, the way he was. A few minutes later, he, yep, yeah. I mean, it's not, yeah. Oh, it's pretty. I think it's more of the flesh outside your face. It's still like it's kind of chapped in your mouth, but they had probably like you have a bucket of water in there. There's like a towel and yeah, yeah. They didn't want to let you die. Yeah. So a few minutes later, you hear like the shink, 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 and as they come over to the cell into range. You see the familiar uh, face of the vizier. You're awake. I see. He kind of puts his hands up and it is okay. You've been through what I believe is a lot. You may see it. So, not but 2 days ago, I was wondering what I was going to do with you. A man outside of my gates, branded with a talon, a familiar sign. It was not until your friends showed their faces to me. We had a brief discussion about what happened, but I would like to get your side of the story. He notices, and it seems it seems this news is shocking to you. Unless my eyes deceive me, then yes. But who is this? Who said they hunted them down? Tell me more. Continue. Indeed, I've heard the tales. This is what I've heard. How many? How many did you kill on the way? Now why? Why would you spare her? She is not but a bandit, no? I believe a man is destined to be what he is, and he can take that for himself or not. Some people, they they decide to grasp the wrong path. Very well. I will not critique your decisions here. Just continue with your story. So I've heard the tale of you setting fires to their supplies, the killing of patrols, um, a bit about their base, though. I'm curious, what happened after? The tunnels, if you will, yes. What what else have you learned? You were there far longer, eh? Why did he let you live? At that, he doesn't seem phased. He just nods. I'm very sorry for the loss of your friend. An honorable death, of course. May the Raven Queen smile upon him. He peeks up. You've got his attention. To talk to me is to talk to the prince. What is your message? Yes. Right. And this is his message, word for word. To recall the exact wording. Yep. I knew it. I knew that was the only reason why the Talon would come here. You have served your purpose, and I'm sorry for your friend. Open the doors. As they like and open the doors, go figure. I was told you had not much in the way of belongings, but I'm sure if I talk to the guardsmen, they will get you whatever you had. Come. And so as he's kind of like, as he said that, he's already turned and begun walking down the hall, and the guards are kind of like at his heels. They stop for just a moment to let you catch up. But then you are led down like this long, like dark hallway that it's got like torch sconces, whatever, and you kind of come up and into the light, um, into like brighter lit hallways, very lavish looking. You recognize this as the same masonry work as where you've been before, and he leads you into a like a dining hall area, and opens the door. I'm sure you are very hungry, thirsty. The maids, the servants, they will wait on you here. I will convene with the prince, and I will collect you and your friends, and we will have another discussion. And with that, he kind of like turns and like begins walking down the hall. So yeah, it's kind of like a long banquet table. All the plates are empty, but then in the very like middle, there's like a couple of fruit bowls that are probably like always there, and like one that has some bread on it. Um, but as you come in, you see like a couple of servants come in and they begin just waiting on you, like whatever you want, food, drink, and you essentially have at it. You gorge as much as you like. Yeah, somebody comes in and begins because you're like you just have like these pair of trousers that like doesn't really fit. It's just kind of on you. So at some point while you're eating, somebody has to like take your measurements to fit you with clothes. Yeah, no, that's fine. So they get some measurements, um, and that's about it for right now. So you have a meal. You are brought to a room, and several we'll say like several hours go by before you are all collected and brought back into that same hall. Um, yeah, so you have a set. Yep. You see Makoso, he has like very like a very fine like silk blouse. Like he's essentially like he looks like fuck, kind of like a mob lord almost. Like with the shirt and then like it looks very like out of place. Like he's just like very fine professional. Yeah. Yeah, it's very like taut against his muscles and like it's like a fitted clothes. They are actually legitimate fine clothes. Um so yeah, you can mark yourself off a set of fine clothes. Not out of like of course not out of your money because you don't have any, but you have fine clothes. So you are brought in last, Makoso, as you are led by the vizier. You kind of like come into this room, and you see Felix and Edmund kind of waiting there for your arrival. And I will also just note, 'cause you can probably see it peeking through like the neck like collar area of his shirt. So he's been branded front and back with a large talon. You can just see like some of it. It's kind of like the flesh has been like kind of like burnt and gnarled and like it's a branding. So, oh yeah, no, they got you good. They don't fuck around. I almost was gonna do your face, but I'm like Dylan, that's too much of an asshole. That's what Kyrian would do, but Dylan doesn't want to do that. Yeah. as you kind of begin to fold in half, and you're at the hug. All right. So as you guys kind of collect yourselves and have a seat, the vizier kind of gestures to you all. So I've been doing some talking to the prince. As you can see, your story seems to check out, but I must take a precaution. I'm sure you know this. And he whispers something under his breath as you kind of all feel like a warmth kind of like pulse. It's like poof, like a blast kind of flows through you as he steps closer. And he goes to each one of you. Um, first to Edmund, then to Felix, then to Makoso. You swear everything you have said is the truth. And you have not left any details in the shadows. Okay. And then he goes to the next one. Everything you have said is the truth. You have left nothing to the shadows. Goes to Makoso. Everything you have told me is the truth. Nothing. And he senses your frustration, but nevertheless. And you have left uh, no information in the shadows. He kind of has a nod, looks you over, and then as the energy kind of sucks back in, and like his uh, pendant kind of undulates a little bit and then comes to rest. Very well. I'm sorry, but there are lives at stake. I can have no second doubts. So, we have two problems in front of us. One is, unfortunately, more pressing than the other. So I ask you, would you like to lend your assistance to us once more, officially this time? We must deal with the problem in Sud, as it restricts our supplies. Looks to you all, awaits an answer. Do you want to go? He's asking you if you would like to lend your services officially this time to go deal with the problems ensued. Yes, you will be given supplies if you need weaponry. We will supply it. We will also supply you men, what we can spare. We are stretched thin right now, so I cannot guarantee you an army, but good men, though few, I can guarantee. We will deal with him later. It is not to say that it is not a problem, but Mud has suffered greatly already in these few weeks. I do not know how much longer we can avoid what is happening. We live off the Al Hayat, and if it is pinched, then Mud is as good as ruins. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a silver signet ring and places it in your palm, Makoso. Okay, fair enough, as long as you have it. The truth is worth a fortune. You cannot put a price on the truth. Speaking plainly. So I thank you all, but, well, if there is anything I can do, you let me know. He looks to you all. It seems you are still recovering. So, I suppose let us wait one more day for rest. We have already begun supplying. So, one day you will go across to Biba and you will be on your way, if that suits you. Why? Because he said if it suits you? Why? I mean, you're wearing fancy clothes, but it's not necessarily like a suit, if that's what you meant. Oh, suit, yeah. But he was like suits. He wasn't sued. It was suits. So I was like, huh? Yeah, it went over my head. uh, okay. So, with that, it's pretty much meeting adjourned on his part. So, is there anything you all would like to do in the next day? Any resources you guys would like? Um, Makoso, you your camel? Yeah, your camel is it's in the stables. We'll say it's in the stable somewhere. Felix knows where it is. It's taken care of. Unless he like sold it or gave it to like the person at the village or something. Which he is, yeah. I would assume he would have wanted it anyway to, when he was traveling. So anyway, yeah. Um, so he has it. That's fine. That's good. Any other supplies, whatever that you need, now is the time. In the next day. Yes. So Makoso, obviously you need to be outfitted. So he, you are essentially outfitted. So with everything that you had before. Yeah. I mean, it's like your shield was embroidered and blah blah blah, right? Or it was like emblazoned, whatever you call it. So you are outfitted. It's kind of like military standard, though. It's not like, um, it's nothing custom. It's just like, you know, the stock. So you have, yeah, yeah. They give you your dagger, not while you're in the place. They like give you this stuff outside. They're not letting you guys have weapons in the palace. They like you, but not that much. So yeah. So you are outfitted with all the stuff you had. I will say, however, I mean, this isn't really like, I would say for you, like they offer you a sword. If you refuse to take the sword, they will get like you can have a hammer. It's just not like stock. Like they will find somebody in the city and purchase you a hammer. Though what is first offered to you is like sword. Yeah. Um, it's pretty much you're talking with the arms master, and he says we'll see what we can do, and lo and behold, by the time you ship off, like he has one for you. However, the logistics worked out behind the scenes, you're not sure. You just know, hey, I got a hammer. So, anything else that people are requesting? Uh, yeah, you guys are let in. Um, with special escorts, you do have to leave your weaponry and everything. They're not. That's a given. Nobody is allowed to have that stuff in the palace. But you are led. The vizier kind of like when you're bringing it up, like you're trying to get him to meet the vizier. Like he's kind of like okay, but um, without RPing it, he's kind of like a little like annoyed that you wasted his time, like to just introduce this guy. Like, but he has kind of like that pleasantry of like cool, like professional, but also he seems slightly annoyed. But but he accepts like the fact that he is coming with you as another man that you guys trust, and he is willing to like yeah whatever you guys need for supplies. Yeah, which is again he's sending you guys with you know yeah so that stuff is all taken care of. Yeah. And I was just gonna say that. So when you guys meet him, he goes, "Are you with the Empire?" Hergen, Flurgen, Nurgen, Horgen. A Flurgen, Hagen, Argen, Argen. Yeah. No. No, I don't play that shite. All right. So, you guys are gearing up. So, whatever you guys need. Okay. You are given arrows. How many arrows? You had quite a bit of arrows anyway. I think you had like 200 arrows or something. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, remember when there were camels in the Matrix? I imagined, honestly, I wasn't gonna say anything, but I imagined that he had enough on him to hold whatever, and then the rest of his supplies were probably in the cart. But I wasn't gonna be a dick and be like, you lost all your arrows. I'm all of a sudden Sean Connery. Right, right. Yeah, boo. Legless Lego Legolas. Oh, Legless Lego Legolas's Legless Lass. Yeah. Legless Lego Lass. Okay, okay. Back to it. So, you guys take all the stuff that you want as you gear up. And I don't know, what are you capped at? What do you request? I know you're going to request plate mail and it's not happening. Splint mail is what, like 200 gold? Yeah. Yep. You can have splint. That's fine. Full plate. Full plate also, not only is it insane in cost, it takes like time to make. Like you have to customize it. Um, it's generally speaking, armor is made to the individual. At the very least, they would need to find a stock that's close and like try and like bang it to like fit your form. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I looked all this stuff up. Yeah. That yes is a thing. Fuck yeah. Great axe be made. They can. They. Yeah, that's fine. You can get one. No problem. Cause I mean, it's not like they might have one just in the armory, but if they don't, like, this is like the major city, so there you go. And just go ahead and roll like roll like 5d20 for me, Artur. Yes. Yep. 5d20. You have 68 gold. There you go. That's because you're like level 6. So, all right. So cool. Cool beans. So, yeah, everybody's good. Okay. So, we ship off. And my axe. So, nice. It's all weighing you down, brother. So, plus he's a barbarian. Well, it depends what he goes. If he goes like bear, then it's all. So, sorry, what are you doing? The zealot. Oh, is that the one from Xanathar's? I've never played with it. It's yeah, that guy. Yep, true to right. Okay, so we have two paladins. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Two paladins. So, um, right, which is like no other class ever. But anyway, it's fine. um, yeah. So, everybody, you kind you were given the time. Everybody is like shipping out. There's like a barge going across the river that all the men and all like the supplies and stuff are being gathered in. Um, and you guys ship off to Biba. Is there before you leave the city? Is there anything else you want to do? This is last chance. Okay. Given, yeah. And you know what? Nordvinden had to fucking pay for it. All right. I'm sorry. This. It's okay. Well, this is the greatest wall. This is the best wall that has ever been built. Strongest wall. Uh, this is the hardest wall ever to be built. Um, and, and Nordvinden will pay for it. Anyway, so I'm sorry. Uh, yeah. So Felix. So you know a bit about just being a bookie guy. You know the baronies of Islam and in Al Jafaf, which is the Drotlands, which is I don't know if I shared that with you or not. Hold on one second. I'm trying to see what I actually like shared with you guys, if I did or not. I didn't. I thought I did. Okay. So you know the baronies are Al Jafaf, Dalkana, Naveen, Amir, Ferruccia, and Habadr. And I believe Al Jafaf, right? Blah, blah, blah. Yes. So Al Jafaf, the Drotlands, it's essentially like a large badlands. It's like a large kind of like wasteland. Technically, they're the largest barony, but most of it is uninhabited. Anyway, so it is believed that there was a kind of like a cosmic battle between good and evil of the god Amonator and his rival, and that's who like most of the people there revere. Anyway, long story short, so all the baronies kind of send forth like a tribute to station people in Al Jafaf to essentially make there's like a wall that's been there to essentially keep in the aftermath of that battle. It's thought that like there's still evil like creatures and whatever that can come out. So it's kind of like I'm trying to think. I think somebody referenced like the Game of Thrones wall, sort of, which I don't know anything about because unfortunately I've never watched it or whatever. But if you know what that means, then cool. Yeah. So anyway, um, so that's about the extent that you know of it that you can share with other people. Um, and what ends up happening is kind of like this is something that like everybody kind of knows is the people that they end up sending there are more of the unsavory people. Like they'll just send like exiles and prisoners there. Um, yeah, pretty much to do their civil duty. And it's more, especially in the up and coming kind of like, in Mad and Ferruccia, in the surrounding regions, there's like this upsurgence of like revering the Raven Queen. So a lot of the people that revere Amanator or his aspect, which is why am I drawing a blank? Lathander. Sorry, like I don't know why I couldn't remember it, but Lathander is like the main deity in Islam. Yeah, Dieter, and Amanator is thought to be like his like that's who he was, and like a piece of him broke off and became Lathander in this great battle. That's what the people of Al Jafaf believe, anyways. But blah blah blah. So that's kind of the background of that. Lots of noodly campaign things. Who knows? He might also be a bad guy. But did he? His his patrol, uh, technically speaking, told you to lay down your things and you could escape with your lives. Yeah, it said to like put down your crap and just walk away, and we won't have an issue. Oh, I thought you said it the reverse. I thought you said like they attacked you and then you attacked them and then they. No, I was like, no, you know.
Swatu also like do that kind of thing where they'll waylay people because that's what they do. But they will not
Oh,
use deadly force, and everyone knows that if you encounter them, if you fight back non-lethally, then they will also be non-lethal because like they're just here for your stuff. If you start trying to kill them, they will kill you right the hell back.
so Oh, actually, I'm recording. I don't know. Hold on. I just realized that my
Yeah.
desktop
Uh-oh.
audio wasn't going on, so we're not hearing you guys, they were just hearing me.
Oh,
Nobody
Oh,
like came in and said
awkward.
nobody like said anything, but I think I might be able to
so
like upload it to YouTube cuz I do a local um recording as well.
Jeez.
But
I made
Way to
two
go,
great
man.
jokes. Two great jokes, and people missed it.
I know that was like a lot of good stuff. So
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
wondering why like people kept like leaving after they kept joining on and then leaving. You'd think like at least one person would say like, "Hey, your audio's messed up,"
Hey,
but whatever. I don't care. I
can they hear
care.
us now?
No, I care. I care. But
They're
anyway,
just watching a
Doom.
D&D game with only the DM.
yeah. Yeah,
What-
exactly. They have no idea what's going on. They're just like, yeah, he's just talking.
Right, what
Like-
kind of fucking German avant-garde shit is this?
Yeah, it's just like me laughing, like
DM myself?
saying like theater and all that.
That's great.
All right.
Yeah, they
What a
get to
fool.
hear all your flubs without our interference.
Yeah. All right. So you guys talk about the stuff. You guys ship over on the barge over to Biba, and
Yay.
you know what? Just before we get into the adventure, I think that's a good spot to take our intermission.
Okay.
Yay.
But before we get there, Biba's totally just burns at the ground. Not kidding.
Hmm.
I
Hopefully
would
not.
be so mad.
No
I
more
mean,
exhaustion.
I don't think it. I don't think it could be because we're taking a ferry to Biba.
Not with that attitude.
No more exhaustion, right?
I don't think so.
No.
It's been
We don't-
3 days, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's been so you guys, however much exhaustion you had, you've recovered 3.
So we're not setting out that day, we're setting out the next day? To, like, gather supplies and stuff?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. I want to talk to Arcturus.
Arthur?
Arcturus
Arthur?
Mengsk.
I mean, you could. He's around now.
Guys never paid me for being your guides.
Um,
I assumed we paid you up front.
I
Nope.
did get you Camelback.
Yep. I guess Harold got to die without.
took it
Harold
for
got
you
to
to
die
die.
without paying me. Son of a bitch.
Well, the thing is, Harold never hired you.
Son of a bitch.
You guys basically abducted Harold at that point. He just kind of saw you guys and went, sure, I'll go with you."
I don't remember saying, hey, you should come with us.
Yeah, he just did it.
Exactly. That's
He-
the opposite of abduction.
That's true. But I'm just saying that Harold never hired anyone.
Oh, Harold was a
What's-
groupie.
Once you came along, I started charging you.
Well, he didn't
Man.
know.
I mean, you know,
He's
can't
gonna
collect that
he's
now,
gonna
but
leave a bill on your grave.
The
See you
grades that I
now.
don't have.
See you in the afterlife, buddy. Here you go. Just
Yeah,
slide it.
unlucky. The Kiswatu don't believe in graves, or rather, like ones that matter.
Mhm.
Never
Um,
look back.
Will they just leave the body there?
No, like they'll buried in the sand because like it's kind of gross to leave a body rotting in the sun. If you stick around like that reeks. Oh my god.
They seem like gross
Mhm.
people. Just saying.
Well,
So-
you're an elf.
Yeah. The opposite of gross people.
Elves are literally only gross people.
They're quite literally the pinnacle of not being gross.
Knife ear.
In every depiction of fantasy.
Most of them. They're the Bosmer and Elder Scrolls.
Elders. Oh, well, those are weird elves.
Who are fucking, like, basically cannibal. Well, they are cannibals, just under very specific circumstances.
Exactly.
Knife-eared bastards.
High class knife-eared bastards. The
Oh,
highest.
and also, just one thing that I would like to point out for you guys who are now meeting Artur for the first time, after being equipped, he is walking around with a great axe on his back, a battle axe at each side, and then 2 hand axes in small satchels attached to each side.
Heavily armored. I like it.
No,
Heavily armed.
heavily armed. He
Armed.
doesn't wear armor.
Yeah, I like it.
Mm.
He essentially just has various leathers that protect, his bits, and that's about it.
Oh, you're straight up unarmored?
Oh yeah,
I dig it. Ooh,
but because of dual wielder, I'm still AC 17.
Spicy.
Dang.
If I'm wielding two weapons, which if I throw a weapon, I'm not wielding two weapons at the time. So it's wishy-washy. But sometimes I have 17 AC. But I also like to throw things.
Well, can't you, like, throw something and then just draw another one?
Well, the thing about that is that if I'm wielding two battle axes, which I can't throw, and I put away a battle axe to take out a hand axe, that is using all of my draw and stow actions that I have from dual wielder. I'm putting away something and then drawing another thing. But essentially what I could do is I could, as free action, draw a battle axe, take out a hand axe, and then as an attack or a bonus action attack from dual wielder or two weapon fighter, I could throw a hand axe.
And then not have dual wielder plus 1 AC.
Yeah, at that point, but I'm getting an extra attack, melee or ranged if I wanted.
Yeah, this sounds like a lot of work. Like,
It's-
it seems fiddly.
I like it because it's going to be versatile. I can hit people from a bit further away. I can also hit people up close, and I get plenty of attacks if I'm using my dual-wielded weapons. If I'm not using my dual-wielded weapons and I'm just using the Great Axe, then things become a lot simpler. And it's not that fiddly, it's just... There's some things to remember from mechanics I don't really use that often. I have to get used to it. And the main reason why I went for all of the weirdness with the throwing weapons and the dual wielding and stuff like that is because I play another barbarian in a different campaign that is basically the epitome of the simplistic smash everything barbarian. I wanted to do something different to mix it up a little bit, something a bit more still the simplicity of the barbarian, but some other factors added on. And like I said, the things I like about it is it's highly versatile. At least in terms of just general combat, it's highly versatile.
So you're just kind of like following Felix around, right?
At this point, yeah, he's kind of... Yeah, at this point, he is kind of just being protective of Felix. This is the person who kind of took him in and hired him recently, so... It's actually funny, the palace dynamic, because Artur does not really know much about mod, doesn't know much about the society here in general. So when you're going through this palace with these guards, you have the guards flanking us and escorting us, and then you have Artur, who seems to be escorting Felix and protecting Felix from the guards.
I dig it.
This is a very weird
No,
dynamic.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because
You just have this 7-foot-tall human who's flanking behind the...
you're 7 feet tall? That's sick.
Yes.
Were you like, I'm tired of us all being like a little over 6 foot? I'm
Yeah.
gonna be 7 foot.
I mean, essentially the basis for this character is berserkers from Viking lore. Like, essentially, he is supposed to be a giant, just almost giant level humanoid. They're taken and they're kind of raised in isolated places and basically trained to ignore pain and just be these huge, raging Hulk monsters. Granted, he did not necessarily
Hold on
have
one
that
sec.
kind of upbringing, necessarily, but... Can I mute myself for a second? I'm gonna grab a can of soda. Back.
Okay, we're back. Took an extra minute because I had to stuff my face.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else back?
Yep.
Back. My mute was. I can't talk. My mic was muted, and it was being a pain.
Jared, you be there? I'm gonna take that as a no.
Okay. So, that's fine. Heading out anyway. So we'll just have. What the hell was that?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Whatever that was. All right. All right. So, Edmund,
Yo.
you and Felix, go ahead and roll a d6.
To decide if they've been murdered in their sleep.
Basically.
Mm-mm. Didn't make it.
Oh, right. We're traveling.
Okay. So that's the first day. Okay. Uno momento. Okay. So, you guys set up for camp. Everything's going good. As you see somebody kind of like stumbling down the road, it catches the attention of the guards who are on watch. And see somebody that's kind of like beaten and bloodied, kind of stumbles into the camp. And there's an exchange. Whoever will say, you guys all are awoken by the whole fiasco, and they are questioning this person who appears to be armored, and he is another of the scouts that was sent to Sud.
Oh. Another one made it, I see.
So he joins your band. He's pretty hurt, but between people's healing magics and whatnot, he's kind of a little down and out, but is willing to join the fray here.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
he does note, however, I kind of wish Makoso was back for this. Are you here, Makoso? Fine, screw you too. So, he lets everybody know. He informs you all that. I'm trying to think how to articulate what I'm trying to say here. Maybe it'd just be easier if I just said it. I found there are people still alive. It seems they are not slaughtering them all. They're taking them in their caverns underground. I managed to sneak my way inside quite a bit before being found. It seems they are sacrificing them to something, but there are still quite a few survivors. We must be quick. And he seems very adamant on continuing now. But through healing magics and the rest, people are like, no, simmer down. We're traveling there right now, but eventually you guys calm him down, and he realizes that he needs to rest too. So you guys have another follower, if you will. So you guys wake up next day. So everybody go ahead and roll a d6. I'll roll Makoso since he's not here.
Ooh, that's my roll.
Okay, so third one in.
Let's all go to Gullah Island.
So, owlbearers, guys. Right? Yeah.
Owlbear. So there are trolls riding owlbears. They're
The other way
still
around,
waiting.
yeah.
They're still waiting. They're still waiting for that.
The troll's regenerated.
You know,
It's real unfortunate that Jared's not here.
go ahead. Go
Jared.
ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh.
Anyone who's, we'll just say anybody who has a high passive or is proficient.
I have proficiency in
I
perception.
have proficiency.
Go ahead, make a perception check.
I have no perception.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Just not a good rule.
Okay. So you guys just
Passive
continue.
perception's higher than that.
So you guys just continue on.
Okay.
I think it would have applied more if you were, if you weren't a large band, like you are,
Mm-hmm.
of highly armored people. Then perhaps that would have applied more.
So there were not many owlbears, owlbears riding armored trolls then.
You're not sure.
They were scared.
Okay, so you guys, you settle down. Okay, so next day, you guys stop in Barid. We'll just have Edmund go ahead and roll a d6, just to see if you have an encounter. Okay, you're fine.
9.
So you stop in Barid. The guards kind of stop in, make sure everybody's good on supplies, which you guys are pretty much set. They notify the guards, and you can see that one guy that's outside. He's stationed when you go with them, and he kind of like looks in disbelief as he sees your faces with the guards and what the other guards that are with you tell him. You can see he kind of like looks to you like, holy shit. And
I like raise my. I'm gonna like pretty woman it, like as we go by, just like told you so. As a, this is some point to the guards. Just I don't, pretty woman it.
yeah, so he kind of like, he's like wide-eyed as he kind of runs off and begins telling the rest of the watch. So after a few moments, not enough to like sacrifice a hex or anything, just them checking in, you guys continue on. So that was 1, that's 2. So go ahead and Felix and Artur, go ahead and roll. Okay.
Damn it.
So next day, everybody roll a d6. Makosa, are you here yet?
Jared, are you alive? I don't know what happened to him.
Ooh, Felix.
6 is on fire.
And 6 is on fire.
I think it actually is Felix who's rolled the most 6s this campaign.
Yeah. I feel like,
Like
anytime
almost
I
every
roll
other time.
6.
All right there, Eddie. Go ahead and roll your d6.
Edmund.
Oh, it's on me.
Yeah, buddy. I'll see if this first one's an encounter. Yeah, buddy. I was gonna say, you guys didn't have like
Yes.
one encounter, and you're like, wah, wah, wah. Now it's gonna be every fucking day. You'll have an adventuring day of 8 encounters.
Yay!
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 Oh yeah. So
Hope we get to kill
survived-
something.
voice code, lost fjords and valleys of flood. Yay! So go ahead and make
This
a
is also
Edmund, go ahead and make a survival check. So as you guys are kind of like, well into the day, The winds begin to pick up until eventually it becomes this huge sandstorm with a survival check of 22. Nice, that is respectable. You do not get lost, so you stay on track. So that was actually pretty good.
Nice.
Dang. Okay.
Something
and-
I'm good at, yeah.
And
This is my only D&D game this week, so
so whatever.
getting twitchy.
All right. Who the hell would be here? Like, you know? Actually, because the proximity. Sorry, I'm speaking to myself here. Okay, yeah, I got it. Yep,
Okay.
I know what we're gonna do. I think I have to import a map real quick. The transmogrifier. One moment.
Un momento, por favor.
So if Jared doesn't get here before we have an encounter, we're just gonna say that he runs towards the enemy immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. He runs full bore and hits them.
He takes all of his armor off, lays down his weapon, and runs towards them with his fists.
I think this is the one I want. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yes. Yeah, this is the one I want. Why is it being weird? Alright, whatever. Okay. Yes. It is battle time.
It is.
It is time
Oh,
for battle. So,
Yes.
this is a fucking sick map.
as you cross the dunes, keeping your way through the sandstorm, you pass the ominous obelisk you have passed the first time. Several miles outside, you come across a ruined encampment covered in sand. And as you make your way past, creatures begin to come out of the ground. And I want you to go ahead and place yourselves on this map somewhere, clustered together in a fashion that would make sense.
It'd be like lower left. Yeah. Okay. My token that I don't have.
That's
Okay,
fine,
well,
dude.
There's
I
a
don't
camper
care.
came upon.
I would have made a token. I just don't know. I don't have access to all the stuff that you use.
I didn't
I
get my
know.
new animals yet, Dylan.
Yeah, you didn't get your new animals.
I
yet.
didn't know we were gonna fight yet.
I didn't think you were gonna fight, but I didn't know how things were gonna go. So, whatever, man. So,
Roll with it.
that's right.
Shit.
Shiot. Show. A co-show.
Please
Yeah.
give me a constrictor snake.
I really wish Felix was on an actual tile of the map.
No way.
Same with Edmonds.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There we go.
I think that's far too powerful. Yeah. That's not what you have.
Also, just saying, Felix should probably not be standing at the front of the group. I mean, if it happens, it happens.
I normally would not be.
I don't know why I
You
was
guys
so
are probably
organic.
gonna. I don't even know what I'm doing about it. You guys are gonna freaking destroy these, but okay.
Fireball.
Burn it down. You know the procedure.
All right, so you guys have 4 knights and Yay!
The scout. We recognize that one. No, we don't. But
Yeah, knights and scouts. Alright. So, what is coming up out of the earth? Ground is... If you don't have these all set up ahead of time, it takes a it sucks.
purple worm.
Ghouls.
Unkeg. Something.
Oh yeah.
An ancient red dragon rises from the sand. What the fuck is that? Whoa.
Ooh. I've been using these in a campaign I've been running.
That's what it looks like in the face.
This is a weird ass encounter.
Saturday morning.
Don't get hit.
I don't know what these things are even, but it's weird.
Almost. I'm almost there. Okay, just one more second.
Jeez.
Alright. So. Boom. Okay, there we go. Much better. So, as
Jeez,
you
Felix.
as you come across this camp, you hear the wind still kind of and as you kind of look over, your vision's a little bit hazy, but you see some figures moving. As they draw closer, you hear this, and you see these other figures begin to emerge out of the ground, like they're trying to dig themselves out of the sand, in the sandstorm. You come into, as you all kind of like approach the camp, you notice as all these figures begin quickly emerging out of the sands, crawling up out. And notice to your horror, they are undead creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Oh my
are hungry for your flesh.
I'm so far down this initiative.
Yeah, we're fucking low. Although there's just so many things.
There are many things.
You
Is
know,
there a deck of them? Alright.
I'm up first. Or are you still getting things
Jeez.
prepped?
Oh, look who's back.
I'm sorry,
Alright.
something came up that I can't discuss on stream.
Fair enough. Felix.
So we're getting surrounded by Zimbabwe's and stuff.
Yeah, so,
What? You say Zimbabwe?
Felix,
Zombies. Yeah.
Felix, you're running the knights. Artur, you are running the scout. I gave you access to
Sure.
them. They are yours. I don't want them. You can.
I'm
The
running the
only
knights?
thing is the knights.
Okay.
They have the base stats. They don't have the leadership ability. That's the only thing they don't have.
Okay. Do I have access to them? Okay, perfect. Cool. Well, I see these things approaching. I'm going to do the classic fireball in this area here. It's 40-foot radius.
Ooh. Is it 40-foot radius?
I thought we were
40 foot-
talking about
Sorry,
Sorry, excuse me,
20.
20-foot radius. I meant 40-foot diameter.
They have actually here in the player tools and references under spell
Oh,
area
I saw it.
templates, under radius, you can go to 20 foot.
Yep,
And bada
20,
bing,
that's what I
bada
meant.
boom. So
Oh,
it
look
has
at
to,
that.
it has to cover at least half of the square. So
Okay.
you do that. You put it where you want.
I can't move it.
You should be able to move this. All players have access.
I can't
I
move
can't.
it.
Is it on the right layer?
Yes.
Yeah, it won't let me touch it. Oh,
I
wait.
dropped it. Yeah. Here.
Oh,
I can touch
see.
these.
There you go. You should be able to click on it and move it around.
Nope.
Try it now.
I can click on the tiny one.
Yeah,
I can
touch
do the tiny ones. I can't do the big one.
It doesn't do it to the right size.
There you go.
There you go.
I can do the big one.
Nope.
Can you move that one?
Nope.
He,
I moved
you
that
know,
one.
he can drag his own. You know.
Do
I
it.
can't. It won't let me.
Go
That
to
is
the.
not okay.
What the fuck is going
What
on?
the heck?
That
don't
was
even
me.
I can actually. Yeah, I
Okay,
can
so
drag
it's
it
fine.
down.
It's fine.
Okay.
So
Move it to the left. A little more left. A little more. There go at least half. So we'll hit the top. Yeah, it'll have to hit the top 5.
Yay.
all right. So go ahead and roll your damage here.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do so. We got zombies, a ghast, and a ghoul. Okay, so I'm just gonna do one roll. Yeah, dexterity.
Yep. Why is this not rolling? Oh, there. No, that's not me. I clicked on it.
Oh crap! These are like literally the most the quickest zombies you've ever seen. They're like as they come out of the sand, and they're instantly like and they like dodge out of the way of this fireball.
Nice.
So they all take
So-
half damage.
That's 10 points,
Yep.
which is not enough to kill a zombie, unfortunately.
No.
Okay, so
We'll round up on damage. It's 11.
That's all right. We'll start burning them.
Burn.
So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to. Well, I'm pretty good right here. I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
10.
Yep.
Oh. So, having a scout. How far can they move? 30 feet? Yeah? Okay. It is the scout's turn, yeah? Yeah, it is. Just going to move around over to here just to get better line of sight. And I'm gonna take 2 shots at the closest zombie right there. So,
First
second one
one.
hits.
Yep. First one also hits because they have. Poop.
Oh, right.
Or- yeah.
So 7.
So
7 damage.
all right. As kind of like sinks in, it's just like the impact, like kind of like shimmies the shoulders, but it keeps like creeping forward.
Mm-hmm. They
All right.
don't feel pain.
Knight.
All right.
Knights. So they're
They
all
got 30 foot.
okay. Yeah, they all
Felix.
separate.
Cool. And you said the only ability I'm not using is the leadership.
Everything else that a knight has is just not the leadership.
Excellent. Well, do they have all their weapons out as stuff was popping out of the ground?
This
Or
is
we
this
still
is like you
okay.
guys are traveling. They have, their stuff on.
Excellent. So I'm gonna take this first one here. Go over. Go to that top middle one.
If one of them dies, they have plate armor. I'm gonna use it.
If it
If it
fits you,
fits
I'll
you.
probably have like a luck roll and see if it fits you.
Find the one that's about my size and kill him.
Cool, ma'am. So I did, however, sorry, before you move all the knights, they are on their own separate timers, their own separate initiative.
No.
Initiative.
Yeah, they are all.
Oh.
Really?
So Control Z a couple
Control
times.
Z, yeah.
That could
God.
work. It might be a
It doesn't
DM,
let me
DM only
control.
thing. Yeah,
It doesn't let me
it's a
control
DM
Z.
thing.
I'll just
Do
move
it.
them
There you
back.
Yep, it's fine.
Oh, okay. I'll just put them kind of back where they were. They're somewhere over here.
It's fine.
All right, so I will move one of the knights. So this
I'm
one.
used to it. This is my test, although it's still on your side. I want to give you guys a little bit more control when they have big battles like this. So.
Okay. All right.
Oh
so
yes. So that is
Cool.
enough to end this ghoul.
excellent. And then I will end his turn. Oh, maybe not.
Okay,
It won't let me end it.
it's fine.
Okay.
Zombie. This zombie just comes up, and he's gonna do the only thing he can do, which is slam you.
Ooh. Okay.
Which, holy crap!
That's
Again,
pretty
these
good.
are like super zombies, I guess. Max damage.
Yeah, I know.
I know these are like.
Max
Uh,
damage, high dex.
yeah, you see this other zombie kind of like.
High
Like kind
initiative.
of go on all fours. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It gets +2 to its rolls here.
Some pretty beefy knights, though.
Yeah.
More help than I do.
I know they're really. I'm clicking on these guys. They got some good stats. I dig it.
I have much
16
more
is,
health.
16 is not enough to hit it. So, kind of like. Oh, actually, no, it's an 18 because he has +2 from the flanking. So 7 damage to that knight, and that knight makes a Constitution saving throw, and then Makoso.
Yay! Vroom.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
He does not get paralyzed.
So, I'm gonna move on. The east side. To support this guy. And, so we got 1 and we got 2. I'm gonna take a swing on the one to the left first. So Makoso sees this knight who, like, these people are basically their underlings. That's how Makoso's viewing them. So he comes up to support him and draws his warhammer as he stalks forward and crashes it into the zombies. Oh, swings at the zombie.
Alright, you hit.
Nice.
All right, so
Go
I hit
ahead
the zombie.
and, blah, blah, blah. Constitution saving throw.
What?
Plus the damage taken. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so it is still in the game.
Hmm.
So as you like, and like one of the arms just like rips off, as it like the body crumbles, but then and it still holds its form together.
Makoso frowns at the zombie. You should stay down. And swings again.
Okay, that is a hit. So the damage is 13 plus DC is 13 plus 5. Okay, so
Really?
What?
yeah, you are.
What
like,
are
you,
these things?
You just like
Super
boom,
zombie.
like right into the chest, and it like blows out a portion of the chest. But this thing is still and it keeps going forward towards this knight. 2 zombies back to back. So this zombie here. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 4. And then it's gonna use its movement, right? So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, that's all it can do. This zombie over here. It's going to go to literally the closest thing to it, which at this point is Edmund. And then gonna go ahead and slam you. For 4.
What are these zombies on?
No, but I love it. Artur.
Bring the rage.
From the bathroom yet, Artur?
Artur.
Okay, we'll skip him.
He said yeah. Give him a placeholder.
Sorry, we're gonna skip him. He'll go at the end of the round. Cool. So this ghoul is gonna go ahead and it's gonna dash. Yeah. So 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. That's all it can do is just run up.
You dying?
The zombie can do the same. 2, 4, 2. All it can do is that.
Yeah, get nice and close.
6, 6. That's all I can do. And this guy, hold on, gassed. Okay. Okay. This gas is gonna come over here like that. And then it's your go.
Cool. Check it. Yeah. You sickly looking creatures. My eyes begin to glow green, and a thundercloud appears above.
Which looks super amazing in like the sandstorm, because there's just like the like that you can just barely see the snowstorm, the sandstorm.
Sorry about that, guys.
You go.
I just suddenly had to pee really badly for some reason.
I think it's a deck save.
But on who and what's the radius? Is
Alright,
that-
so I'm gonna strike right here. It's everything within 5 feet. So this zombie and this zombie.
both zombies? I thought so. A zombie and a ghoul. It's dex
Sorry,
save.
yeah, zombie and a ghoul. Yeah,
Zombie, so that's a
Right,
fail.
They look the same.
And ghoul is a pass.
that's a save. So half damage.
Who's Lafro killing there?
Yeah, seriously.
So the zombie
can see
takes
him?
17.
Yeah,
When
it says
when you roll,
it says the NPC's name and token.
Yep.
When
He,
you're rolling.
he looks like a king.
Okay, so that one dies, and then the other one takes half, so which is
Mhm.
8. All right.
This one dies.
This-
Okay.
The other one's a ghoul.
Good. And I'm gonna.
All right, so Artur, it is your go.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Because we skipped you, so it's your go,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the turn order.
So let's get a look around. Speed is 40 because barbarian. I am going to run over to here, which of course I can do. And essentially, Artur runs forward, and you see Mikoso, because he's close with C, just this kind of mocking grin appear on Artur's face as he looks around at this. He walks up, and you hear the crackle of electricity as his eyes light up with blue lightning. Just lightning crackling in his eyes, and also his axes, one battle axe in each hand, light up with golden lightning as he's going to strike. Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to rage, and I'm going to strike this zombie with my 2 battle axes. And I'm not going to hit. Actually, no, the second one hits, I think.
Yeah, the second one hits. So, yeah.
And
'cause
they
you
take Divine
multi-attack.
Fury damage.
All right.
No
so-
rage on the Divine Fury.
Okay, so
Yes!
you're going to have to explain everything to me. I have never played with this kind of barbarian, so I don't know what any of this means.
Essentially, when I hit something on my turn, the first creature I hit takes extra radiant damage.
Okay.
It's a d6 plus half my level.
Okay.
So,
So
to that
takes-
zombie, they take extra damage.
So a 10 does hit, so it took 7 slashing.
9 damage.
Plus 2 is 9, plus another
Plus-
7.
yeah.
16. Okay.
And 7 of that is radiant.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So as you come crashing in,
And I have a battle axe in each hand.
10-4. So this guy comes up from behind.
Wait, he's not dead?
No.
Wait, which one was he hitting? Oh, he's over there. I
Oh, it's in the
forgot
zombie.
which one he was.
This one up top.
That zombie, I think it's allowed about 1 point.
So this guy is. By the way, I randomize all the health of my creatures
Oh,
because
Gotcha.
I'm awesome. So if you're wondering why they are dead or not dead, that's why.
Mhm.
No, I thought he was hitting the one that like to death.
Yeah.
Because I know that friggin' he should be dead. They have exactly this many.
Yeah, that's what I was
No,
thinking for
so-
a second.
I said
Uh,
it because I thought he was hitting the one I.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this has a +2 against you,
Mhm.
Artur.
My AC currently is 17.
Oh, 16. So yeah, it does
Nope.
not hit you. Does not hit you. Okay, good. And it's gonna stay there. And this zombie is going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost can't quite make it, so it's gonna go
Ooh.
ahead and use its thing to dash because it's a zombie. Yep. So 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 5. Surround you.
Whoa, that's a fast zombie.
Yep. Well, using its stuff to dash. They're literally just attacking like the closest thing to them at that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I forget. Is that knight paralyzed or is he fine? I forget.
He's
fine.
He's fine. So and
Okay.
that also misses you. So that night.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Which one we got here? That one. So he's going to just move over here. And he's going to use his greatsword, wrong character sheet. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
So which one? The one that's already damaged.
The one that's hurt. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, that's enough to do it.
Okay. With the first attack or the second one too?
With the first attack, so you can take the second one and hit something different.
Okay. So yeah, I hit the other zombie that's next to me with that one. That next attack.
Okay.
And then end turn. It doesn't let me end it for some reason with these guys. So I'll have to. That'll be his turn though.
Zombie. So 2, 4, 2, 4. Zombie just runs forward. Next night.
5.
Wow.
Oh, that's getting crowded. Okay.
These knights roll real good on their initiative. 2
Okay.
and 1.
Get 2 slices at that zombie right in front of him,
Okay.
and then +2 on the attack too. I don't know if that hits or not. Actually, I think they have.
Actually, it hits anyway.
Cool.
Or at least, actually, no.
First-
No,
the
these
first
guys have
one
different
hits.
AC.
The first one hits. The second one misses.
With an 11. Okay. And then we will go.
Night.
This one's gonna use crossbow, I think. So, let's see. Nope. Ah, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Actually. Oops. Yeah, he's gonna shoot that one with his crossbow. So he's gonna go.
Nice.
Wow.
So which one? Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
You
Let
keep
me
saying like
highlight
that
it.
one or this one.
Oh, I was using the arrow. I didn't know if you could see that
Oh,
or not.
Okay. Yep. So
Good.
that is a hit with a crit.
And then with the crossbow, I suppose I'd have to use some movement to load it and stuff, right? Or is that like a bonus action, or how does that work?
You can't shoot a crossbow multiple times.
Yeah, it's a
one
part
turn.
of the action
Okay.
is loading it. So like you're
Okay.
loading it,
So
and then the cinematic is like you're reloading it to use it again.
All right, so
Yeah.
he'll reload it.
Like move, you still have a movement,
Alright.
but
Essentially, the way crossbows work in 5e is if without a specific feat, you cannot shoot a crossbow more than once in a turn, but you do not
Okay.
have to take any extra stuff to reload them.
Gotcha.
Felix, your go.
All right, it's getting quite crowded in here.
Oh yeah, it's
Yep.
So I'm gonna look over at Archer. Actually, what's my
Mhm.
range on? 30 feet.
Just drop a fireball on his head.
No, I'm gonna
I mean, I would probably survive, but
give him a present. I'm gonna throw haste
Oh.
on.
Beast.
so
Yeah,
that's
buddy.
that's just an extra attack action. I
Yes.
have wait.
Oh, it's not
so-
the attack action.
No, it's not an attack
It's an
action. It's
attack.
just another attack.
Okay, okay.
One
So I
weapon
have
attack only.
I have two. I have 2 attacks of extra attack, a bonus action attack, and then an extra attack.
Yep, you get 4 attacks now.
Jesus fuck! I love you. That's great.
And that was my turn.
And also, don't forget that it's +2 to your AC as well.
Oh, so I have 19.
19.
And you move at twice your speed.
That's
It's awesome. It's fucking awesome, dude.
It's wicked awesome.
trying to think. Do I have anything else that I could use a bonus action for? Not really. Just gonna hit stuff with it. That's what dual wielding's all about. Oh, right. I'm the scout.
Yeah, you're the scout, man.
Okay, so the scout is gonna look at the zombie who's in his, her, their face. Nope, not that. Short sword, but it's the same. I'm pretty sure it's the same roll to hit anyway. So,
So the
well,
first
no, but it's still it's a
first
natural
one's a
one.
miss,
So,
the second one hits. Yeah. So you do 6 damage.
mm-hmm. That's all.
Okay. Knight.
Alright, he is going to swing at probably this one here, directly to the right of him.
Okay.
Quick sword. And
And then
Oh,
that
flip that
is
into my
that's just
hands.
barely a hit.
just the second one, not the last one. Okay. And I think that is all he is going to do. I can't end his turn.
All right, this very indestructible zombie here.
Yo, you're telling me.
This is like the one and only. He is like, oh man, so he's like a Swiss cheese right now. Anyway, he's gonna go ahead. It's a +2. It does not hit the well armored knight.
No.
Okay, this guy is
Um,
gonna do the same thing. He's gonna attack the knight as well.
I'm going to mark my own token just so that I remember that I'm hasted.
Yeah,
It'll help me a little bit.
yeah. If you have your if you have stuff on yourself, you should be marking it.
Okay.
Boom.
Not me. Again, one less thing for
Mhm.
me to do. So anyway, this is on the knight. +2 is an 18, right? So that hits. So he takes that knight takes 7. This one right here, and has to do a Constitution saving throw. Otherwise, they're paralyzed. And then it's Makoso's go.
Well, it's time for Dylan's favorite thing in the game.
Nice spot.
Makoso is going to survey the battlefield before him.
The fucking chaos that this is.
Yes, the chaos.
He's a very happy man.
And why is my couch sheet bugging out? Hold on. Okay, there we go. And he is going to assert his dominance over the battlefield.
Okay. See if they're frightened of you.
Yep. So,
And can you just check if if they are immune to being charmed? Does that affect this at all?
nope, frightened.
Right, yeah, Frightened's a different effect.
Okay.
So, 30 feet is all of the ones that are friggin' here.
Yeah, pretty
Not
much.
this guy.
Yeah, all the ones in
This
the
guy's
cluster.
35.
Okay. So, zombie. So there's 1, 2, 3 zombies. So, let's do one for the zombies. If the zombies make it. I'll do one for
What are these zombies made of?
one for the ghouls. They are fucking indestructible zombies.
They're made of
The
bricks.
ghouls make it, and see if the one ghast makes it.
All of these zombies were actually Earth Ganassi.
Holy shit.
Original life.
What
Yeah.
are you rolling?
Yeah. Awesome.
Respectable.
Which also, like, to me, doesn't even make sense that, like, in undead, like, in these seats, like, they would just continue to attack. Like, they're immune to
Okay,
being
uh,
charmed. Like, but anyway.
I'm gonna
digress.
bonus action. I'm gonna do this.
Do a thing.
Yeah, on the this one.
End him.
Bonus action.
Ooh, spiritual weapon. And that is
And-
force damage. It's not.
Yep.
It's not radiant damage. Okay.
This guy has been
so it's
dropped.
7. It's 7, so he has to. It's a DC 12. It's damage plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still in there.
This is insane.
So, Dylan, after this,
Oh my god.
after Dylan,
Fucking-
after you TP Chaos, you need to take this group of super zombies and have them like take over the world. They siege mod.
I think we're near
have
well
a- hold on.
population.
I have a counter here. I'm putting a counter how many times this guy has not died. This specific one. If you could stop putting the
That
things down, that'd be great.
I was gonna make it my spiritual weapon.
Oh. I got something better for you anyway. What is
you
it?
guys have to like siege mod if they
Is it a
manage
hammer?
to kill us.
Yeah, it's a hammer. Hammer!
There you go.
I can't control it though.
That doesn't matter. Okay, so
Yeah, I'll just tell you if it needs to move.
this zombie here, he's gonna go ahead and attack the dude guy right in front of him. Slam! Yeah, no way.
Nope.
So Artur, it's your go. Because you started
Mhm.
your turn around the gas, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, you make it.
Yeah, I would hope so. So looking around me, with the burst of energy given by the haste, those listening and watching also notice that the lightning on my hammer isn't in my eyes starts to crackle faster, as if it's aligned with my heartbeat. And I'm going to essentially just look around at these things, and I'm going to, I guess, on this one here, take first of my 4 attacks with my dual shield. So essentially, just one slash to the midsection, another slash, and those are hits. So I'm not going to. I'm not like those are fine. I'm not going to reroll or anything. But I meant to do reckless. I meant to do reckless attacks.
Okay, that's fine.
So, and those are hits anyway. So the first 2 hits.
So just roll
Is-
2d20s to see if one of them is a crit. It doesn't have to be a big roll, just a d20 to see if one of them is a crit. So the last one's a crit, so you just double the 10. No, you just
So
double
20?
the d8. Hold on, you'll double the d8. The d8 is 7. So it'd be an extra 7. So it'd be 17 plus 2 is 19, plus the other 11.
A lot.
So it'd be 30 damage total.
Is
Plus
this
the
guy?
radiant
Is this
damage.
guy done?
No.
Well, okay, yeah. I'll roll the radiant. So 8.
Okay.
Not done. I got 2 more attacks.
Jeez.
Okay. That's
Just
it.
cleaving through this
That's
guy,
that-
just aiming right midsection.
That ends him.
Nice.
And then you have one more, right?
Nope. 4.
That was yeah.
2, 1 attack from haste, 1 attack bonus action. I'm pretty sure. But that's great. Haste is great. Except for when it runs out.
So, are you staying there or are you moving?
I would take like 3 attacks, 5 attacks of opportunity, right? If I were to move.
Yep.
Actually, could do that and only take. No, I'm not going to. It's not worth it. Yeah. Just stay where I am.
Zombie here at the bottom is going to go ahead and try and attack the scout. So I think 12 misses.
Yeah, AC 13.
Okay, that's all it's going to do. This ghoul here is going to go ahead and is just going to continue to attack this one guy. So that's a ghoul. It's going to be a claw. Nope. This ghast here. That's going to go into 1, 2. And go up to here. And it's going to attack the scout.
Mm-hmm.
Have
Yeah,
that,
that'll hit.
have that scout go ahead and make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, please. And take 10 damage.
So just a con check then, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, they don't
that
have
was save on-
saves. It's just a con. Okay, so scout is paralyzed for 1 minute.
Also has 6 health. Jeez. Okay.
All right, my turn. I am sorry, Makoso, R tier, and knight number 1. I'm gonna
Just
move my
drop it.
cloud over and strike right here in the middle.
Boom.
Everybody make a dex save. So this zombie, our ghoul, this
A
ghoul,
deck save.
this zombie, and this
Two
ghoul.
zombies and ghouls.
Nice.
I'm just gonna do
Yeah,
one
and,
for
and
zombie, one
Makoso,
for
the
ghoul.
knight, and Archer.
Remember, Archer,
So the
you have
zombies take full damage.
I have advantage because of
Ghouls
danger
take full
sense.
damage. Nice.
All right.
Now,
I have
Said
advantage
that,
because of
Armor?
danger sense, but I don't know if it matters.
yeah,
Eh,
you get advantage. No, that doesn't pass.
Damn.
So everybody's taking full damage. Makoso's taking full damage.
Yep.
So
Yep.
That's for the night.
6.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow,
that was
yeah.
bad. That was a bad roll.
that was
Two
like
nat ones.
2 nat 1s on a 3d10
Yeah, it was-
before. So sorry, the 6. So that's
Ow.
just enough to do that. Hold on. DC 11 check on one of these ghouls. One of the zombies. This ghoul dies. 'Cause he was low. So, con. He passes, so he's alive. Okay.
Cool.
That's my turn.
That's a really bad roll.
Yeah, that was a terrible roll.
I like how Dylan's rolled like 6 nat 20s so far, and we're rolling like ass. Except for me.
This is on. That is, no. Okay, so these are. Oh no, that has advantage, right? Because you reckless?
Yeah.
So you take 11. Take 11, buddy.
Okay. So half
Damn
to
it.
5?
So, and then these
Because
two
raging?
ghouls,
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Raging, yeah, because you take you're resistant to everything.
Yeah.
Or not resistant to everything. but
Physical.
the bludgeoning and blah blah blah.
Physical, yeah.
And then these two ghouls are going to go ahead and attack you because their turns are back to back. They, again, +2 advantage. Oh, the first one hits, the second one misses. So you take 5, rounded down, that's 2.
2, yeah.
Yeah, you take 2, and then DC 10 Constitution saving throw. A night.
Alright, he is going to attack the zombie that's already been getting hit.
Go ahead and make a DC Constitution 10 saving throw, please.
Who?
The knight.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh, did the ghoul attack him? Confused.
Start your turn near the ghoul.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yep, he's fine.
oh no.
And sorry,
Alright,
who is he
gonna-
attacking? He's attacking the zombitch.
Yep, the zombie.
Okay, so that was 10, so he has to do DC 15, otherwise he is still alive. Makes it, so he has 1.
Jesus fuck.
These are the luckiest zombies, I'm sorry.
He's like, this
Yo,
battle
you were
will be
rolling
easy.
so hot.
Little do we know they called directly out of the Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah, this is like this is TVG Fucking G2, H1, N1, fucking all classes. This is the cocktail. It's right here.
H1N1.
That's the end of that knight's turn, by the way.
Okay. So this zombie is still kind of like, so 2, 4. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Just barely. Just barely gets into it. That's like his dash and everything. Alright, knight.
Alright, he's just gonna attack the zombie that's directly in front of him.
Bing, bada boom. So the second one, they both have +2. So
Yep.
the second one still misses. The first one's enough to
Okay.
take him out, though. So
Perfect.
the first one takes him out. The second one's not
Doesn't
enough to
hit.
hit anything.
Doesn't hit anything, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's gonna move there, and that will be his turn.
Okay, that night.
Okay. He is going to. You know what? He's gonna drop his crossbow and take out his greatsword. And he's gonna come on the other side of the zombie here.
Yeah, those both hit.
Perfect.
16.
And then that will be his turn. Yep,
Okay.
16.
Alright, so this guy's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay! Zombie can actually do something. He's gonna go ahead and slam. That's a +2, but I don't think that hits.
Misses.
Nope. Felix.
Alright. Felix. You know what? I'm gonna end. Nah, I think I'm just gonna shoot the zombie that's down here with a firebolt.
Got it, buddy. Boom.
Pow!
So,
Ooh.
so he has to roll an 18 if he wants to live. Okay, he's dead.
Ooh!
Finally managed to kill something.
Right.
You're telling me.
So the scout is paralyzed. Make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw for the scout. Actually, make 2. The first one is for the poison. The second one is to see if it comes out of the paralyzation.
Yes, I make 2 con saves for the night.
Oh, the knight? I'm sorry.
So make two con saves, and then it's this
shoot.
knight.
That's not me.
So you
I think
make
it's okay.
you make both of them, so
Okay.
you're not poisoned and after, like at the end of the turn, unparalyzed. It's the knight's go.
Alright.
Oh, good roll.
He's gonna kill the invincible zombie at the left.
Praise!
Think.
That's what I think. He will not. Oh no!
Okay. All right. Hold on. So he's gotta pass a 15 to see if he makes the first one. Oh, hold on. Add 1 to his counter.
This is insane.
All right, and then he's gotta pass another 15 to see if he. Oh! Oh my God! 5, dude. The counter is 5. This is the fucking OG invincible zombie. Holy shit.
I'm dying.
So which one is this exactly? This one?
Yes, it's
Yup.
the one
That
that
one?
goes and in the midst of it all continues to try and gnaw at the flesh of this knight and hits like a fucking boss.
Jeez.
Oh man. So go ahead, take 5 damage to that knight, and this is the fucking most boss ass zombie.
Marcus is
Oh
not.
my god.
Like, we have to, like, cut this guy's legs off and keep him as a pet.
Oh, Jesus.
Michonne
Oh
style.
man, my friggin' thing is bugging.
What I was thinking.
Hold on, I need to refresh the page. Yeah, my character sheet's just bugging out. And it like blew up to bigger than the size of the window.
While you do
It was
that,
weird.
this other zombie
I'm back.
that's on top of Artur is going to take his turn, which is just a slam. It's probably going to miss you, but has
19,
advantage because you haven't gone yet. So, no. Nope. But it doesn't matter. So, Makoso, you go.
I'm here. Okay, so this invincible zombie.
Fucking spiritual weapon and hit him with the hammer, man.
I'm just gonna hit him with the hammer first and see what happens.
So has to make a DC 12.
Yeah.
Like a
Oh my
boss.
god.
Spiritual weapon.
Hold on. I have an extra attack.
Alright.
And
Seven,
you know what?
DC 12
No.
again.
Screw this. No. Screw this. I expend. So after the first one hits,
Smite.
I'm getting there. So the first hit, it lurches back up
Smite.
to its feet,
It lurches
And
back up to his
div-
feet.
and energy starts crackling around the warhammer, and Makoso grits his teeth. You need to stay down, and he Gallagher smashes it
With a smite?
with a smite.
Okay.
So
I just want to see
yeah.
if it would have lived. And it fucking would have.
Oh wait, no, he's undead.
Yeah.
No,
So
he's
3D.
undead. Like,
Yeah,
So
he's
it's
done.
so it's an extra D8.
and you finally
Yeah, he's
destroy
super
the
dead.
zombie with one, like, because this thing's like Swiss cheese now, so you like, as all the bones like kind of crunch and it crumples into a pile. But I just want to like let's all give it up for this fucking zombie.
Fuck that
How
zombie.
mu-
It
Yeah,
survived
fuck that.
6. It survived 6 times. It would have been 7 if you didn't use that smite. Because I rolled to see if it was.
Yeah,
a-
what?
no,
So-
I fucking know.
If we can kill this zombie, we can beat anything. You know what? Let's go
Okay.
back and finish off the entire.
It's because I hadn't. It's because I hadn't.
just-
hit it.
let's just-
All that is.
Let's just
Okay,
besiege
okay.
mod now.
That was
Yeah.
great. That was a good time.
Hold on. Bonus action, the spiritual weapon is gonna move to in the 2 to the right.
And hit that zombie. Yeah.
The one with the thing.
The thing.
The one between the 3.
you,
This
you know
one.
you can ping. Yep.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I did. You pinged it too. So here.
So yeah. And oh, it has to beat a 17.
Oh, praise.
It doesn't have the same je ne sais quoi as the other zombie.
True.
This zombie has already went. Artur, it's your go. Makoso, you can still move if you want. I'm just trying to speed it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just one thing that I noticed
Move on up.
a second ago that should I have rolled a con save for the scout to see if they broke the paralysis on their?
Already did.
I did.
Asked you to roll 2 constitutions. You passed them both.
Okay. I
So,
didn't roll
it-
any. I think Felix rolled.
It is no longer paralyzed at this point. But it's like it
Okay.
took its whole turn.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the turn made.
So I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that I was confused and I told Felix to do that because I thought it was a knight. So it's okay.
That's fine. Because it was a natural 20 and an 18. It wasn't even
Mhm.
close.
So Artur is gonna look around. Look at this ghoul, which these guys have been causing a bit of a trouble with us. So kind of looks at him. The lightning crackles on his axes, and is gonna take his attacks against this one. So that's 1 hit. Gonna roll Divine Fury just because.
Okay.
So 9 plus 5, 14 so far.
Yeah.
5 radiant. Another hit.
Okay.
Are these
So-
reckless?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always reckless attack. So that's another 6 onto the 14. That's 20 damage to him so far. Again,
Alright, that's enough to
A lot.
subdue him.
and then I just turn around and the last attack is on the zombie that's just to my left, or not that, but it's the same thing pretty much.
Okay, so that's 7, so it has to go ahead and beat a 12.
Damn it. It wouldn't have made much difference if I had actually rolled the battle axe to higher dice, so.
Alright.
So this zombie is gonna go ahead and slam the scout. Which I think that hits. Is that enough to subdue scout there? And the scout?
Oh yeah. The scout's dead.
So, guys, this ghoul is just gonna go ahead and continue attacking this knight. They're not particularly smart creatures. They're just dead creatures. Natural one.
Unconscious.
Nice. Okay.
Ooh, about time.
These are actually slightly small. So it's gonna move around and flank this knight here with its stuff. Wakabacha! But still not enough. Alright, Edmund, your go.
It's fucked. Is the scout just unconscious?
What's dead? Monsters die. Players have
Yeah.
death saves.
There's a monster.
There's monsters and NPCs just die. They don't
Yeah.
have death saves.
Well, typically.
Let me see. Kosari friend, as I strike right here to hit this guy and this guy.
Okay.
You'll feel a little jolt. Why did this roll twice? DC 14, dex save.
So a ghoul and a zombie.
Walk into a bar.
Zombie?
Fail.
Where were you
Wow,
at?
it actually fails its save?
Full damage, yay! So,
Was that right next to
16.
the
that's enough to kill him. So Makoso, Knight, and everybody's got to do a dex save. And, actually,
What the?
technically speaking, if it's a 21, no, it doesn't make it. So, all right. So the Knight fails, takes 16.
Dang.
Artur, you get advantage on yours.
Oh right, yeah.
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 That'll probably
So
pass.
Makoso, you
So
also take 16.
8.
And he, yeah.
Is
Artur
it both
takes
knights or just the one?
just the one.
Okay.
Okay. All right, and then these 3 knights go. I'm gonna say, just to save us some time here, like at this point, everybody's going to swarm this one guy, and he is going to be dead. So we'll wrap it up.
Yay.
I mostly just wanted to see like if they would take out some stuff, and you know.
Well, nice on 4 hit points. And there's a dead scout.
Edmund dealt more damage to the party than the zombies did.
To be fair, I knew that was going to happen from the beginning. Because I figured they actually what I thought is they were going to cluster and a fireball was going to take out most of them. But when they started to like cluster and surround, I was like, you know what? This is going to hurt a lot. But I got to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
it makes sense.
So as you begin cleaning up the camp, the ghouls, the remaining ghast, and the remaining zombie, they just begin like gnawing on the flesh of the scout as you guys kind of like come over and blow them apart. You make short work of them after. You see like 1 or 2 zombies kind of like they're crawling from the tents. They kind of have like half their body or whatever, and it's just like, again, quick work, like, and you kind of clean up the rest of the camp and take a moment to kind of wait until the storm dies down a little bit, given that you have shelter and you're kind of also investigating. Go ahead, and if you're proficient in investigation, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I have a -1 investigation if that helps.
Me too.
Okay. So you look through. There's some bedding materials like bedrolls and stuff. It seems like this camp has been abandoned for a little bit. So there's not a whole lot in the way of good supplies. But as you're kind of like digging through stuff, you do happen to find a bit of coin that's kicking around. And
Excellent.
hold on.
Find some just really moldy bread in a bag.
Trying to figure out where I put it. So I have this big thing with lots of stuff. There we go. There we go. So you find a one-eyed little fish inside a spherical vial.
Right.
Much bigger than the vial's neck, and he has a cunning look. It's a random trinket. And you find, let's see here. Oh, my table's broken. I must have renamed it. And fine, that's fine. And you also find 20 copper pieces, 7 silver pieces, and 2 gold pieces.
You're never flying.
All right, you said how much silver are you putting in?
There you go.
Sweet. I'm gonna throw a gold piece over to Artur and say, "Here's the start of your payment."
Thank you. Just kind of pockets it, and then he is like paralyzed for 6 seconds, and really freaks him out.
Catches
He's like,
drops.
"Whoa." And then I'm gonna keep a gold piece, and then I'm gonna divvy up the rest between everyone or the other 2 party members. Everyone else is sent by the king, so they don't need it.
Keep
So
it.
I'm gonna give Makoso, you're gonna get 4 silver pieces, and Edmund, you're getting 3 silver pieces and 20 copper.
Edmund tells you to keep it. He waves it off. Keep it.
All right. I hand that over to Makoso then. So Makoso, you get 7 silver and 20 copper total.
So they
He lost all of his money, so
the knights they bury their dead after the sandstorm kind of comes down, backs off.
We should probably burn the dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's like sure, you suggest it, you guys burn the dead, and then kind of like scatter the ashes or whatever.
Yeah.
There's some sort of ceremony, and before kind of not wanting to stay there, everybody pushes on until they're bordering the swamps.
mm-hmm.
Okay. The grid should not be on this map, so I don't know why it is. It's not enabled. Doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
I don't see a grid.
Yeah, but no, see how this is snapping?
Oh,
It's not doing it now. Okay, there we go. It was snapping to grid for a second, and it's not supposed to. But it must have just been Roll20 being funky.
Just now noticing that thing has a shadow.
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, we made it with a shadow.
I never realized.
it's snapping to grid for me.
Yeah, it was doing it before, but anyway, blah blah blah. So you guys settle down. Again, bordering the swamps. You guys are looking back, not looking back, looking forward to the swamps. You can see where the desert kind of it becomes cracked earth, and then slowly shifts into the muddy swamps, and you can see these big gloomy trees kind of curled over each other and whatnot, very ominous looking. And uno momento.
Quick, roleplay while he's
Okay.
gone.
No, you're good. It's the night is uneventful. So you guys go ahead, do 4d6.
I wanted to roleplay.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
then you can roleplay. Go ahead and roleplay, and then this will
Yeah,
just
if
be
you
in
wanna
the
roleplay.
morning.
Who's we're doing watches, right? Who's keeping watch with me? It would be
Artur,
an
no.
Overwatch.
Well, Artur might, because he's one of the other. He's the other human, so the humans should probably band together. Yeah, Artur would take watch with you.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. There's 4 knights, so they're
Yeah,
definitely willing to help
but
watch.
but if it brings RP opportunities, I would say Artur could.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to RP with one of the knights.
Yeah, Artur could.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Could be the big bad evil guy.
Jeez.
If you want to talk to Artur, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Artur. He was Artur, correct?
Yeah. Yes. And your name is, I hadn't catched it. Or caught it. Cut it.
I
What
hadn't
is your
given
name?
It.
Yeah.
Makoso. Makoso Ofalme.
You see him kind of blink and kind of try. You see him mentally take note of that, and it takes a second to process. And he just kind of looks at you in the eyes and just goes, "Is that regional, cultural? These parts?"
I see you're not from here.
No.
You remind me of someone. Are you Nordvinden?
Yes, actually. How? I mean, he just kind of looks down at himself, just like, I guess I look like I'm from there. But yeah.
I said you have a look.
Hmm.
I didn't get the chance to ask about your homeland with one that came before you. Tell me,
That came before me.
what did the Nordvinden think of shortcuts?
I don't know what that means. I say in character and out of character. Oh, a shortcut, like
shortcut.
Oh, so yeah, okay, going across a path or towards a goal.
Correct.
I suppose it depends on what you mean. A shortcut towards a path possibly could save time for people and stress. A shortcut towards a goal, or cutting edges, trying.
Does it cheapen it?
Yes. We are steadfast in our motives, and although some people, doesn't stand for the whole nationality as it is, but most people are very driven towards their tasks, as far as I know. But I am not from a populated area, so I only have the people that I know and the people who were around me to really base my opinions off of.
So then your opinion is that it's not worth it?
Not usually. But once again, it depends on the situation.
Saying that it depends is a nice way to let yourself take a shortcut. But thank you.
Well, there are matters of literal or figurative. If you're trying to get somewhere, less time is generally a good thing. If you're trying to achieve something, you might be letting yourself down.
Artur, I hope you live.
I hope so too. You said the one before me. How exactly do you mean?
Another Nordvinden. Out of place.
That would be a Nord.
Just like you.
Just to let you know.
A Nord.
Yes. The individual term, as far as I've come to know it.
Right. A Nord. Like you. Out of place. See, he talked a lot about Odin. And He was a good man.
Did he die?
He died. As I said, I hope you live.
Was he killed?
Artur, how, in the time that you've spent in this company, we've already fought for our lives.
Mm-hmm.
This is dangerous work.
Yeah.
Yes, he was killed.
Well, I hope we find the person who killed him someday.
Mokoso actually doesn't respond to that because he doesn't hold a grudge. And he just looks out into the distance, like where they're supposed to be keeping watch, and makes no effort to continue the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Also, one thing that you notice about Artur, probably similar to you, he's the worst fucking person to have on watch. I have a +2 to perception. He's jumpy as shit.
That's fine. We're both garbage.
Yeah. Just easily distracted. Really jumpy.
Cool. Alright.
And Makoso, as you kind of look out into the distance, perhaps a bit stoically, the visions return, the last thoughts of Harold before the life drained from his face. You look over for a brief moment to Artur. Though not the same, somewhat of a similar image.
Mm-hmm.
And some time passes before the watch shifts and you take a rest for the night.
Yay.
Actually, just before the watch ends, actually, Artur does turn to Makoso again and just go, I do have one question about the circumstances. When he fell, was he clutching his weapon? Which, out of character, he
Makoso
was
thinks back,
holding his mace.
We were in battle. Of course he was.
That is good. I might see him again someday. Or see him the first time. Artur is not bright, and neither is Wyler, so...
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Okay,
No, go ahead and make a deception check for Makoso.
sure. Oh,
He is...
Wait, me?
Yeah,
wait, what?
I'm lying?
you are lying.
How is he lying?
About him clutching his weapon?
When he died.
He would have been...
Wait! No! Crap! Oh, wait, rewind. I would not have lied to him. No, I just genuinely forgot. I apologize.
No, that's okay.
Rewind.
yeah,
rewind.
Yeah,
Was he
rewind.
clutching his weapon? In the aftermath of the battle, we were taken. And he was killed in captivity.
Oh,
It was not befitting.
may Odin have mercy. We're going to need
I hope
strong
God
people.
listen.
We're going to need strong people come the end. He sounded like a strong man.
We need strong people always.
At this, Artur's attention just kind of drifts back to the watch that they're probably doing poorly.
Yeah, you dropped that when we were finishing though, so
Yeah.
we just call it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So after an awkward dismissal, some of the knights take over, and you guys get some rest. All right. The next day, it is 11:28 here. So everybody, go ahead and roll 1d6.
Dragon attack.
Dragon!
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that.
Oh yeah, long rest. Find the token. Find the. Oh wait, I don't know if I do have a token on the map.
Should be on the bottom right. Oh wait, no, you don't.
Unlock.
Wow, you are friggin' lucky as balls.
Of course I am.
Wait, we have a 6.
I
Yeah.
know encounters aren't always bad. Some encounters are good. Some encounters are bad. Some encounters are
Yeah.
neutral.
Luckily, I was the one that rolled the 6, so you know.
Yeah.
Lucky you guys.
So. Okay. So. No, because that already happened. Give me 1 minute. 1 minute. This is like a weird spot to get this one. Okay. All right. I think I know what I'm gonna do. So, I'm going to save that 6. That 6 is going to be in Tima. Because I feel like it's more
Is it
fitting.
Dalen and Derek and Boy?
No. No.
Is it you on team? Just hundreds of them.
So, as you approach the ghost town of Tima, it seems to have been picked completely clean. Kind of kicking a couple of... there's like an empty cart that you kind of kick over, look through a couple of things, just kind of intermittently as you're passing through. And kind of from behind one of the buildings, a creature comes out. At first, it's not even recognizable as like a humanoid, just kind of like dirty and disheveled. And as you see this kind of this younger woman, maybe like in her 20s, and she comes over and she begins like grabbing onto the knights. Thank you, you've come. And do you have any supplies, please? Anything? And the knights are like, what? And they kind of beckon to each other. One of them pulls out some rations and like just starts breaking her off like pieces of like hard bread and whatever, and she just begins like scarfing it down. And she kind of like looks to the rest of you as she's kind of like munching down, and she like her eyes are shifting all over the place like she's like waiting or looking for something.
Right. I'd like to approach her.
Okay. She's a little skittish, but like, not bad considering
Okay.
people just gave her food.
Right. Are you a resident of this swamp?
Yes. Yeah.
Where from? Ob, Nusha, Tima? Which town?
Nusha. Yes.
Yes. I am Edmund. Born and raised in this swamp. So my family's hut is kind of in the center. Are the UNT still swarming?
They've, well, yes, in Nusha. They're still looking for people. I've actually managed to escape. And she points over, and you see like the opening to one of those tunnels.
Smart girl.
She says, I alone am escaped to tell thee.
They and at that she's like, they took him. They took him, and and she just like begins just hyperventilating.
Calm. Calm down. Now she does that. I don't know if she has any healing word as she's talking and just heal any cuts or scrapes.
Yeah. So as you begin to like help restore her, she seems like she's not like terribly bad. She's like cold. She's like shivering.
Mhm.
Certainly hungry and thirsty.
Coming to the camp. Should be safe enough with us around, and you can tell us what you know. We're going in to stop the UNT the best we can. Kill them back as far as we can, then save as many people as we can. Ah, shit. I meant to ask the Arcanum if they were going to... Sorry, I just had that thought when I thought about who was with us. So- that was my brain just catching up with me.
Oof.
That was a moment that just happened. That was... sorry, okay, back to the... Yeah. And we will go in and do the best we can to free anybody alive. Free anyone alive.
And actually, as he's saying that, Artur kind of steps up because he's nearby and just kind of says, "Yes, and actually, given some of what we know, your husband could be fine. It actually could be okay. We have reason to believe that they're taking some people alive."
Mikoso just says, "Do we?"
Did you say
It was stated by the scout.
Nah, he ate, bruh.
Out of character, was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
The scout said that they were capturing some people alive, probably for some form of sacrifice.
Oh, okay. Huh. There might be hope yet.
So upset I didn't do that Arcana thing. Sorry, it's hitting back to me again. Shit. Alright, do you know about how many UNT were in Nusha? Just a wild guess.
Yes,
20,
approximate numbers,
40.
maybe.
She just begins kind of shaking her head, and they were swarms. I saw at least 12, 15, 20 maybe. I'm not sure. I
That's
only
fine.
know that's how many I passed.
That's fine. That's fine.
Sounds like a typical raising party. Somewhere between 20 and 50 men.
You see the knights kind of begin to like look at each other like, all right.
It's going to get interesting.
How many prisoners were left in the town when you left? Prisoners left alive, that is.
She shakes her head. I was wandering these tunnels for days. My husband
It's fine.
and
Just
I,
at the time that you left, it is fine if time has passed. But just
when I left,
Mhm.
when I left, they were attacking. We were
Oh, so she
were
was
caught.
never actually caught. She ran.
when one of them caught my husband and I and some of our friends, my husband and I managed to escape. The others not as lucky. We found some of these tunnels, and well, you know the rest. We've been down for days. They're dark and wet, but I don't know. They seem to go on everywhere.
But that is fine. Well, we are going in to do what we can to Madness. Free to travel with our party. We will even run into your husband and find that he's one of the few they kept alive. Hopefully we can save the people before this sacrifice or whatnot, but we must get moving in order to do so. So Eat up,
And
drink, and
if you wish, the fact that you've made it this far is a good sign. If you could make it to Breed,
by yourself.
if you can make it to Breed, it would be relatively safe to get back to Mod, where you'd be the safest.
She nods.
The fact that you made it this far is a very good thing.
We'll leave that choice up to you.
Well, if you find him, and she kind of takes out from under her shirt a small locket and unfastens it, puts it in your hand, Artur. Please.
Just kind of like clasp it in my hand, and I kind of put it into a small pouch at my side. I will make sure it gets to him. Can we get some defining features? A name? What he looks like?
Yes.
Pick a name.
Didrik. Didrik Kepler.
Didrik Kepler.
Yes. He is, well, we are from Englad. So it is,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know what those folk look like, but very different.
I have been. Mm-hmm.
So the standard kind of stock, he has,
Pale, small, brunette.
yes, kind of a dirty blonde, rustled hair,
Like me, kind of.
medium length, rustled hair, kind of thin stock. He's a little bit shorter, about 5'8" or so.
Okay.
Has hazel eyes, and she just begins like listing off like this is the the last thing that he was in and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's good details.
And she kind of like nods and
And I don't know if it's been said before. Can we get your name?
of course, I'm Esvel.
Isvel. Good to meet you, but you should probably decide by the morrow whether or not you want to go and try to make it to Mod, or if you want to stay. I can't guarantee either of them will be safe.
Anything safer than here. I want to make sure he's okay, but if he's not, I don't want it to be for nothing. If you find him, tell him I will be in Barid. I will wait for him.
I don't know if there's anything that, maybe some of the knights here can set you up with, but if anybody can make sure that she, has supplies and some kind of place to stay with her and breed, that would be good. Something, paperwork for the show. Or an item.
They don't. I mean,
Yeah, probably
besides
not.
things that they have, like they don't
Mhm.
have like something to really give her for like a badge, like here you're official. But they do, however, like they're willing to share rations,
Mhm.
with her and whatnot. They, of course, they're on an important mission, so they're not.
Yeah.
But just enough to hopefully hold her over until she can get to Reed.
I just kind of, I want to make sure that if she gets there, they're going to believe her and actually take her in. But
Right.
So hopefully that gets sorted. But that's basically the end of what Arthur says.
Hopefully. So. All right.
Felix, this is one interesting bodyguard you've hired.
Yeah.
I've been many places and seen many things, but you people are quite interesting, I have to say.
He's actually quite useful. A little bit like yourself, Mikoso.
I've seen zombies who don't want to die get struck by lightning today.
Yesterday.
Yes, yesterday. I'm not good at math.
This is seems to be an ordinary day for us lately.
I also watched a small man throw fire.
Is that new?
Yeah, that was you.
I say sarcastically.
Oh.
Anyway, well, although I guess I do hit things with lightning sometimes, but it's not really lightning, it just looks like lightning. Kind of, it's hard to explain, but I like you people.
You owe no explanations. If you'll fight, and we can trust you, that's the only requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I think it is time we went.
Let's go.
Yay!
So, yeah, you guys have two more spaces from this point forward. You guys can, whether you want to be on the road, off the road, however you want to move, it's your go. So,
We'll be on the road.
actually, I'm gonna say you only have one because now that you're in the swamp, it is slow moving. Oh, actually, sorry. If you go
Even on
off
the
the road, it's 3. Otherwise, it's 4 a day. So if you stay on the road, you can move 2. If you go off the road, you can only move 1.
I think with more people, I'm okay going on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's stay on the road.
Sure.
Okay, so that's the road.
Because trying to sneak people through the swamp, I'm not up for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very good. I'm just gonna see if. Okay, so the night is uneventful. So go ahead and roll one more round of d6s.
Oh. Can I do a thing before we sleep?
Go for it.
Touching it.
Makoso kind of like separates off from the group after like thinking about the brief conversation that he had with Artur. And he kind of like steps off into the darkness. And then when he comes back, he has something with him.
Mm-hmm.
Bag of poop.
It's gonna be a bag of poop.
Interesting.
Oh, that's no fun. Yeah, that's not how that happens.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I remember you were sending dreams. I don't know if
Yeah.
it was gonna happen at some point.
No. No.
Okay,
that's
it'll
not how
happen
that-
at some point. Okay.
Yeah, it'll happen at some point. That's not how.
Well, while we're traveling too, I'm gonna use Find Familiar.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get myself an owl. Flies around, kind of keeps watch.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, you don't have to have a dream to get your animal friend.
I can't ride my animal friend.
I mean,
True.
Fine.
I can.
I will
deliver
wait for my
spells.
dream.
That's about it.
I seeded that special. You don't just get to.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. I
Disappear
didn't know
into
if it was just
darkness.
like you were seeding. Yeah, I didn't know if you were seeding it for like that's what was going to happen once I got it, or if you were gonna like actually do it. Okay, yeah, cool, definitely.
All right. And just so I
Never
know,
mind then.
How long does it last?
Familiar or
Familiar.
seed?
I think it's indefinitely.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah,
of
pretty
them
much-
or indefinitely.
pretty like
Until it
when
dies.
if the familiar is killed, it has to be cast again. But
Yep.
basically, he can pop the familiar in and out of reality at any point. He feels like it is just a
Yep.
thing that exists in an alternate dimension or in the material plane.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, if it dies, then when you cast a spell again, it's
You
the
need to-
same one.
Yeah, but also you need
Right.
to respend the materials.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
but it's like the same one in terms of like your experience with it, so it remembers you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Well,
get rid of.
I'm just remembering, or yeah, making sure I understand exactly how it works.
Yeah.
The gold worth of materials though that it requires. 'Cause I
Mhm.
remember we were talking about that before. If it requires like a significant amount of components just to spend the gold it costs to use it.
If it has a gold value on it, yeah,
Yep.
then you have to.
Just a
Mhm.
Did
Or like if it's a really weird material, like summoning demons is like requires blood of a humanoid killed within the last 24 hours. If it's like super specific,
Yeah.
then you have to have it. You know, if it's not just like, oh, let me pull in my pouch. Ah, yeah, here's the vial of blood from a humanoid killed within 24 hours. There's where I put it. Like,
always go arcane focus.
You go down to your local blood store.
right?
Yeah.
Killed. It specifically says killed within. So-
Yeah, it's got like the little tape on it, and it's like 7 a.m. and it's dated.
Well, no, so you can't
And
just
then
like
Tuesday morning.
bleed yourself and be like, here's a vial and use it. Yeah, it has to be a creature that's been killed.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
So,
You just like
Yeah.
slit your own throat. And it's like, here's the materials. Now I just need to die.
Does it count if you bring them back?
all right. So everybody, go ahead and roll d6.
Neither of us get our friends.
So everyone roll a d6 or just two people?
You're on the road, so everybody roll a d6. This is the next day.
Yep.
So
Just waiting on you.
chirping and derping, awesome. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. So I'm gonna see if, because you guys said you were going on the road. Okay, that is a good. That is a very good. Okay, so who's on first watch?
Potentially me and Mikoso.
Yumakoso. So who's on second watch?
I'll take the last watch.
Felix is gonna sleep.
Okay, with probably like with one of the guards too, because they're not just gonna have like one person because there's enough people. So
Yeah.
second watch. You guys are, doing your watch thing. You can see. Actually, no, there's no lights because the city is fucking destroyed. So, but you can see because dark vision. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm super tired apparently. Anyway, you know that you are close to Nusha.
Right.
Towards a little past the witching hour. It's probably like 1:30 or so. So all you can hear are the sounds of the swamp.
What the fuck was that noise?
And you can hear these distant like all these different noises of the swamp. For a second, they appear to go like completely dead silent. And as you're kind of like, what's going on? Like you feel like a shift in the air. Go ahead and make a perception check.
For Edmund, right? Yeah. Oh,
And hold on. Uno momento. Okay, they were like, yeah. So you look over, and you can see, one Yuan Ti trying to be really stealthy, like pulling back a bow, as you kind of like call out to them, like, over there. And when we come back,
There you are.
it is going to be initiative.
Woo!
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that was
Mhm.
cool.
Nice.
I'm kind of bummed that it cut off the first half of the episode, but
Solid.
That's
whatever.
all right. I'm
It's a-
super upset. I forgot to talk to the Arcanum.
No, that's a good thing. They
My
would have tried to
mind.
kill us.
They wouldn't have tried. They may have given us a wizard lady who I created and is now an NPC. Who knows? but I
He
would have liked to
really-
tried.
He really wants that NPC.
I want her to be
Why?
a thing because she's a nice, powerful wizard, and she has a nice accent. In my head, she has,
I mean,
In my
not
head,
that
she
I
has
know
an
that.
she doesn't know, but in my head, she has a nice accent.
So I'll be fucking it up the whole time.
Pretty much. In my head, I'll be like, this fucker's butchering what she's supposed to sound like.
And I'll be over here
But-
like she'll be like a valley girl or something.
Oh, that would
Oh my
destroy me
god, I love all the spells.
Oh,
I just
kill
cast
me.
them.
on the
I just-
inside.
Kill me now.
I'd be dying. Eric, why are
And
you
then
so
I
quiet?
said, "Oh my god, look at this
Ugh.
fucking
Whoa.
fireball! It's so hot."
Please kill me now.
Jersey in there. That's-
All right.
As someone who's from New Jersey, nah, it's not that New Jersey.
Yeah, you're right. They're way worse.
All right.
I'm in a weird part of New
So,
Jersey where nobody has a New Jersey accent.
I'm
I actually
in
only
that
heard maybe a few people.
I'm in that.
With-
I'm in that weird part of New Jersey where no one's actually from New Jersey.
Basically, yeah.
I don't even live in New Jersey. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, they call it.
You're
they
all
call
bad
it
people.
Pennsylvania.
Alright, I'm gonna get
all right,
going,
I'm ending the
guys.
stream. See ya.
See you later.
Oh,